Yikes. And I am controlling all of you. And what I do, I wiggle like this. And what happens is your wallet opens up and all of your money flies out of your wallet through the sky. And then once a day I open my window with a big bag, a big sack like Santa's loot sack. It just fills with money just flying in there. Money kinesis. I have money kinesis.
He got that.
Money kinesis.
He got that.
Hypnosis.
He got that.
Money kinesis. Controlling all of you. Money kinesis.
He got that big noses, you know, through the pig roaches. Notorious P.E.G. He got the bills lined up every single week. You know, all these Hogans ain't for free. So swing by and hit me. Please drop a tip if you like the post-nasal drip. If you drop a like, I'ma snort right in the mic. 14 years for these Hogans, 14 years so I can be broke boy Joe Rogan.
Pignosis. Money kinesis. I have money kinesis.
He got that.
Money kinesis.
He got that.
Hypnosis.
He got that.
Money kinesis. Controlling all of you. Money kinesis.
He got that big noses, you know, through the pig roaches. Notorious P.E.G. He got them bills lined up every single week. You know, all these Hogans ain't for free. So swing by and hit me.
Money kinesis. I have money kinesis.
He got that.
Money kinesis.
He got that.
Hypnosis.
He got that.
Money kinesis.
He got that.
Controlling all of you. Money kinesis.
He got that.
Hypnosis.
Since when do I have a Stream Elements bot in chat? What does that even do? I thought it was Nightbot. I guess we got two bots now. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do, dude. That was a song. Let's more songs, I guess. Let's go with more songs. Drip, 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 drip check. Snort check. Post nasal drip check.
Post-nasal drip is a constant.
Wait, did this
It's like a faucet.
did this get recorded? I tried to snort. I'll try it again.
Then I'm like, damn, my post-nasal drip is going, my sinuses are inflamed.
Wow, this one was kind of worked out.
Gunked up. What is going on here? Damn.
Snort, snort, snort,
Code, drip,
snort, snort,
I got the drip, go.
snort, snort, snort,
Code, drip,
snort, snort,
I got the drip, go. Damn, I got the drip, go. I got the tips, go. Damn, I got the drip, go. I got the tips, go. Clear your throat, please tip me. Damn, clear your throat, blow your nose.
Damn.
Damn,
snort, snort, snort,
Code, drip,
snort, snort,
I got the drip, go.
Yeah, my hot take is that there's not gonna be any coping segment today. I don't think there's gonna be about the critical stuff. Well, let's get into the critical stuff then. Who did it? I think it was Aquateal maybe. Uploaded it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's a very short segment. Moist Critical rejects DSP's offer for an interview. It was very kind of they laughed it off because it's really not that big of a deal, and DSP's taking it like a super big deal. It is a fucking big deal. This is my life. I wish he would say it.
I heard
I
Charlie,
think it was
you were
just
going to
a
interview
divorce.
DSP, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's not happening. Yeah, I saw
I
it.
love Mudakar's laugh as well. This can't get any louder than this, so just imagine that it's loud.
Saw that. That's just I'm not doing that.
So
Well, do what?
Apparently, he's like he doesn't get mad at you. He's blocked my ass because I've watched too many of those hate videos. But apparently, you get the fucking pass because it's like Moist Critical. He just looks up DSP Gaming and he just sees all the bad videos. I don't even blame him. What?
Yeah, no. So I was just talking about. So to tie everything back, I was talking about Boogie and like the e-begging stuff, And then I likened it to DSP, whose whole brand has become like, you know, making sure his viewers are giving him money, or else like he
saying he has no time to do anything and he's so busy.
It's very similar.
Yeah, so I compared the two. DSP saw it and he made like a response to it and then was requesting an interview. I don't fucking interview people. I was just talking on stream about the shit. Like, it's not that deep.
It's not that deep, and that's all. Our guy spent 40 minutes rambling for this. It's not that deep, dude. It's not that deep. 40 minutes. I really hope Charles sees this. Charles Moisture the Third. I hope he sees this, man. I'm very excited. What the fuck is this? Thanksgiving dinner 2014. What is this pig slop? This looks fucking disgusting. Holy shit, fuck. The fuck is this, dude? Who made this? This is criminal.
Okay, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Hello, it is Thanksgiving 2014. This is our very first Thanksgiving meal that we're having at our home here in Washington. And I have to say that Leanna has outdone herself with amazing amounts of custom-made food for this.
Hey, this was custom-made. This is before his parents started sending him shit.
First of all, special thanks to my parents.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Who actually
I take that back. The parents send them something. Of course they fucking did.
Asked me, are you going to do a whole turkey? And we said, probably not. There's too much food for just us to do a whole turkey. And so what they did, they sent us this custom turkey breast.
This sad motherfucker. This custom turkey breast.
Cajun style.
Custom Cajun style. This dude is like selling himself food. It's like he's trying to sell you to eat it. Oh, it's custom styles, custom turkey breast style.
Over there on the counter. It's going
What a fucking meme.
last us quite some time, not just for today, but for multiple different kinds of meals.
Multiple different kinds of meals. You're gonna still eat the same thing. Never mind.
Baked that in the oven. Well, Leanna baked that in the oven for about an hour, and it looks really good. What we've got here is turkey gravy. We already warmed it. We're about to pour it over our turkey.
Yeah, I wasn't making gravy this year.
Homemade cornbread that Leanna made from scratch. Looks
Made that
good.
yesterday.
Homemade cranberry sauce, which I have never had. I don't know what this is going to be like. I've never had this before. This could be quite
It's
interesting.
the whole berry kind, too.
Whole berry cranberry sauce. That's going to be
He's never had homemade cranberry because that's completely different from something else that is not homemade.
This is Leanna's home style recipe. Her own
Home style recipe. It's a home style recipe.
private recipe of stuffing.
Wow.
Let's see, baked carrots, celery, mushrooms, breadcrumbs with seasoning, chicken
Home
broth,
style.
bacon.
Turkey bacon's the secret to making it delicious.
Sounds pretty good. And to drink, we are having
Cherry juice?
celebratory
Oh no. It's Martinelli's Gold Medal Sparkling Apple Grape Juice. Oh, it's juice. I thought they were having wine or something.
apple grape sparkling cider.
Oh, cider. Okay.
So what a spread. And this is so much food. Trust us, this isn't even all of it. We have leftovers. We're going to be eating this probably like 1 to 2 times a week for the next several weeks till we get through this
Yeah,
food.
I made a lot of stuffing and cornbread.
Pretty crazy amount of stuff anyway. But we're about to load up our plates here. I'm actually going to...
Wait, was this a mobile game on the phone?
We're going to be eating this probably like 1 to 2 times a week for the next several weeks till we get through this
Yeah,
food.
I made a lot of stuffing and cornbread.
Pretty crazy amount of stuff anyway.
Hold on.
But we're about to...
Oh, holy shit. This it's the YouTube player that is hiding it. This kind of looks like a mobile game, like legit.
Pretty crazy amount of stuff anyway.
I can't see it.
We're about to...
But it's definitely on. It's definitely on, and there's definitely something going on. I'm not gonna jump to some crazy conclusions, but I can't actually see it because the YouTube player is there. So maybe you could find it somehow. I don't know. This is the video, Thanksgiving dinner. If you want to rip the video and then enhance and do some science, maybe you can figure it out. But that's from like, what, 2014. So yeah, obviously he was playing mobile games back then. He admitted to it, you fucking idiots. He says he plays it. And I started watching Steve's Champions thing, where DSP basically admits like 15 times, 50 different things. It's very interesting to try and actually pick apart what he's trying to say. Big ups 50915 for 13 months of support. That is more than a year.
Crazy amount.
It's more than a year.
But we're about to load up our plates here. I'm actually
Big
gonna,
ups.
Yes,
I'm actually gonna take the food and put it. Let's see what we got. Yeah, this was most probably Super Card because it kind of looked like that. Maybe he's gonna show it again because he's a genius.
There you go. You first?
No, you can have some first. I will let you have it.
Homemade stuffing. Of course, it's kind of funny we're calling it stuffing, yet it didn't get stuffed into anything, you know?
Not a lot of people I know of anymore, at least from my friends and family, have made stuffing in a turkey. Like, that tradition was like, oh, screw that, that's too much work now.
Here you go.
Dark side Phil, why don't you give this camera to the person who is actually not doing anything, so you can pour yourself food, and you don't have to shake it like we're watching an action movie?
Oh.
Especially for us, because we weren't going to make a giant...
And so I have no clue if I'm even gonna, what I'm gonna think of this, because I never had it. It looks amazing though. Look at that. Real cranberry sauce.
Real cranberry sauce. None of that fake shit. This is real. It's not some VR sauce.
All right.
Some real sauce. Cornbread, all right.
But I loved it one time. I had it, and I'm like, I need this.
So, of course, today's the traditional day when Americans are supposed to give thanks for all of the things that we've had. And we have many things to give thanks for.
Bro, you really do have many things to be thankful for. You should be praying for those things every single day. Because you always got too much. You always got way more than you actually should get.
I'm incredibly thankful to those who make that possible, who are you guys, the viewers.
Oh yeah, we're thanking the viewers, of course. Incredibly thankful.
And that, everything here is possible because of you.
No, this all on credit, dumbass. It's all on credit. It's all credit cards. It's all possible because thanks to some bank that's probably suing his ass now.
Yes, I put out the content. Yes, I play the games.
Yes, I am the guy.
You were the guys that come back every year and watch the content.
Oh, this aged very badly because they don't come back anymore. But this year we're going to have the special coping segment. It's going to be, I know there's not a lot of you left, but I'm very thankful for all of you who are coming by and are being like hardcore part of the community.
And continuously support me through all the crap that happens, which of course, as usual this year, there was many trials and tribulations that, that we've gotten through to get to where we are. And
like
thank
what?
you guys for being there and for checking out my content and for having fun, whether it's video games, whether it's my vlogs, whether it's anything. You guys have always been checking out the content. And
I get double thanks.
I mean, she made all this possible. I wouldn't have been able to make any of this.
Yeah, you would have just ordered it, dude. Come on, it's not that deep, as Sir Moist said. It's not that deep. Let's see what else YouTube's gonna recommend that is preferably like this. Great content. Let's see what else we got. The hidden rules of modern society. I don't know what they are. They're gonna stay hidden. We're not gonna uncover them. Never gonna uncover them. We got 1700s sea shanties. 1 hour. Let's see the guy's channel, I guess. dspgaming. Let's make fun of his views. And his subs and his shorts and a snorts. And a snorts. Let's see a snorts first. We got them in a special tab because that looks great. We got a cracked out face. Special message for DSP Gaming viewers. In case Twitter implodes. The community tab. Speaking of the community tab, let's get a load of this. Where is that even? Oh, it's here. It's here. The community style tab. I'm back from this 5 minutes ago. Oh, this is trash. 55 minutes ago. So this is basically just doubling as Twitter because he posted this exact thing, like verbatim, on Twitter. So his community tab is now also Twitter. Except he doesn't rant about other people on the community tab because that's gonna make him look bad. Why is this playing? Bitch, Falcon Punch, bitch, what the fuck? Okay, this stopped. Yeah, so let's see how many quality posts he's got. 55 minutes ago, 14 hours ago. Some stupid polls. I'm gonna be a contrarian. 1 day ago, we got disgusting schedules. What else we got? Good evening, all. This is 1 day ago. Oh, he didn't private this one. Why didn't he private this one? Why is this stream not private? And now I'm gonna show you something. What I'm gonna show you is how he's gonna make a lot of views.
I am one of all employees. I'm going to...
Bruh, this is fucking trash. These songs from 15 years ago, they need to stop. They actually need to stop. They have aged terribly and they don't hold up. It's not like Nostalgia Critics The Wall. Yeah, anyways. You see, on this one he has 2,000 views. because it counts the people who also watched it live. But this one is unlisted for some reason. It's not private, it's unlisted. Maybe he mistakenly, erroneously did it like that. He couldn't even get 100 views. So it was terrible. Let's see what happens in the end. Is there any unrecorded trash? Oh, and he did the daily rap on the stream as well? Does he do that shit? What? He was in a hurry or something because he got sloppy as fuck. Or maybe he just didn't care because it was a terrible stream. Just get a load of this. $26. And one dude sent 11. So one dude sent almost half of his entire tips total for the stream. And then he just like, let's see, is there any unrecorded shit?
That is asinine.
That's asinine. Transcript? Maybe? Are we gonna look up support? Let's not look up support. He's gonna tell you. Is he gonna tell you though? Or this is the new Phil who doesn't beg. He doesn't say stuff. And the page broke. Thanks, Susan. Let's wait a little bit.
Anyway, guys. Well, that's it for tonight's Gotham Knights. Hopefully next time I can beat him and we'll give it a shot. If I play it...
Yeah, he rage quit the game. He rage quit it here in the end. He was like, yeah, I can't fucking beat him.
One more time and I'm having trouble. I'm just not going to care. Seriously, like...
Just not going to care.
I play through the whole game and I like it. And it's like, now you get to the end, you're like, what the fuck did they do here? And I know people want other stuff rather than this, so... Alright. Alright, everyone. Well, this adjourns my streaming week.
This adjourns my streaming week. And it's like, you can see that these words are not a natural part of his speech. It's not words that he naturally says. It's words that he tries to hammer in so he doesn't sound like a simpleton. And it makes him sound even more like a simpleton. Because it just stands out how fucking bullshit this is.
I hope that you guys had a good time with me. It was a much shorter week.
Wait, the video is now private? Oh.
Whole day shorter, kind of through...
What a bastard. Maybe he just saw in his YouTube studio while he was setting up his current stream. He saw, oh my god, I left it up. The fucking trolls are gonna see.
A little bit of disarray.
Streaming week is adjourned. Oh, today we get the Phil's day off. That's gonna be a ton of fun. And he's probably gonna have a new haircut too. We're gonna make fun of him.
6-day streaming week again. Okay, so
6-day streaming week.
Tomorrow I'm off. No matter we're behind on some playthroughs, perhaps. I know a lot people are actively watching.
No one is actively watching. No, they're not.
They keep saying they want to stay away for spoilers, even though there's no way that I'm ahead of them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's weird. But there are people who are saying, yeah, I'm going to watch God of War after this.
Oh, he's still coping about the low views, justifying that people were ahead of him. Well, let's see how ahead people are. Did they come back to watch? Did they care? Did they bother? Oh, wow. Look at those, the views, man. They went up on the Gotham Knights. This used to make, like, what, 500 views? Let's see how much he got last time he played it. Gotham Knights, 800, 485. Goddamn, this is terrible. What about Ragnarok? Oh, yeah, about as much. About as much. Pretty bad. Pretty bad, pretty sad.
Okay, so whatever you watch, please
whatever you watch.
If you could do me the favor, if you're having a good time with that content, if you could like it and leave comments on it for engagement purposes to help the channel, I would really appreciate that. All right?
For engagement purposes. You said you don't want new people to come because your content is for a hardcore audience.
And, I'm off tomorrow, which entails me literally running around doing errands all day. Like,
errands all day.
Running around doing a million errands, appointments and shit. So no real relaxation for me. It is what it is. When I come back on Thursday, the first stream will be...
Bro, like, why are you saying this?
The beatdown move, and it was working.
You fucking piece of shit. It pissed me so much when he just hammers in the fucking schedule out of nowhere. It's just out of nowhere, man. We just gotta inject the schedule.
Using the 74U Kostal pictures and probably the conclusion of Gotham React mod. See? It's just a shadow.
Complete waste of time.
Please have a good day off tomorrow.
Maybe he was like stalling for tips or something. I don't know, man. I don't know, because it's really weird the way he thinks about stuff. You can kind of, it's hard to predict what he is thinking about.
See you all Thursday. Another great streaming day. Sound good?
Sound good.
Seeing my efforts to not.
Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Hold on. We're getting the anti-bag segment.
Great supportive week. Really.
The
appreciate
anti-bag.
that. And I certainly hope. Let me put it this way. I hope you guys are actively noticing my efforts to not basically eBay. You know what I'm saying? I'm just.
Dude, this is fucking begging, you fucking scumbag. This is that. If you gotta point out that you're not doing it, it's you fucking doing it. Fucking asshole. Well, I hope you guys are noticing it. I hope you guys appreciate it, and you're gonna express that appreciation by supporting so I don't have to beg.
Right. And like whatever.
What a piece of fucking dog shit.
Great. If not, nothing I can do about it. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about it all day. And you haven't noticed tonight.
You certainly made a career from doing that. So I don't know why you're making it seem like it's absurd for people to assume you do that, because you do that.
It was a night when normally in the past I would have been talking about it all fucking night.
Oh yeah.
Mention it, right?
Oh, I didn't even mention it. You didn't even mention it. Let's see how he didn't mention it. I didn't even mention it. Let's look up support first. Oh, 23 minutes in. Here we talking about consider supporting.
Consider contributing and or supporting tonight's stream in any way. A simple like on the stream, because you're enjoying it, is a way to help out this channel and give it engagement and send more people to DSP Gaming. If you want to go above and beyond, everything's appreciated. Super chat, super sticker, membership, tip, everything's great. You guys know the deal. We have different, reward tiers in effect. If you tip $8 or more, you can ask the Magic 8 Ball a question. How about this?
Oh, there we go.
Thanks for being a great audience. Absolute last chance if you would like to support the stream in any way.
Absolute last chance if you would like to support the stream in any way. He didn't fucking talk about support, you guys. He didn't even mention. This fucking dipshit. Wow, what a bitch. What a bitch. I hope you guys appreciate
Yesterday for my streams.
Shoot yourself in Call of Duty. Oh yeah, he got the new cut.
Wednesday.
He does look dumb as shit. Also on the sides, it's terrible.
And usually I don't have Wednesday off. Usually it's Thursday. But we mixed it up this week because I had multiple appointments on my day off. As you can probably tell what one of them might have been. Okay? It was definitely needed for the season. I haven't had a haircut since basically the tail end of summer there. So actually getting a nice clean haircut for the holiday season is perfect. It's feeling nice, relaxed today. No giant hair masses and problems there. And it's refreshing.
Yeah, this is live. We are live now officially.
And
this again, like, tell him to not fuck you up like that on the sides, man. Or tell him to, like, fade you or something. Like, give you a fade or something. This is terrible. It looks like he got, like, bangs on the side of his head. It's really fucking bizarre.
Segment, I'll tell you everything.
It's terrible. It's just like it cuts off at some point. It's literally like a bowl cut.
Was up to yesterday. But in addition, this week, we've got a full streaming week of 6 days. All right?
All right.
Multiple new releases that I'll be tackling.
This is for the members goal. He's hyping that shit up because there's a couple of days left. You're going to see he's going to transition into it.
I'll also be continuing on with other new releases that we've been playing all along, right? I'll be finishing up a game this week. So we've got a great variety of stuff going on this coming week to lead into the Thanksgiving celebration next week, when there's going to be not one but two kind of special events: the holiday-themed Ask the King Thanksgiving Day special, and then after that, the marathon, the Black Friday Ad Apocalypse Spectacular, which we will talk about here on the podcast today.
This is, by the way, this is not a part of the schedule segment. This literally is not the schedule segment. Hasn't started yet.
Because you guys have really submitted a ton of good stuff that I just need a chance to get through and make the playlist of. But man, it's looking like that show is actually going to be really good. All right. So,
oh yeah, it's going to be amazing.
For this coming week.
I wonder why he is hyping his own shit up. It's is it maybe to try and bait people to become members, you guys? What do you guys think?
I think what we should actually do, before we get into so much to talk about, because there's a lot to talk about today.
We should beg.
I think we should tackle the schedule, because the schedule has changed directly as a result.
Because of your feedback.
Went out yesterday regarding one of the new releases this week, and then you guys voted overnight to determine what we that he needed to check out. Basically, it was the World Serpent had told him, hey, this is where you got to go.
Bro.
So being there And then just as the segment was starting, like literally just as we were beginning, I ran out of time. I'm like, damn, this is like a giant, big development in the story, and now we can't continue on with it. How frustrating, right?
That's your fault, though. You could have played as much as you want, DSP. Nobody is limiting you. You don't have internet bandwidth. You could literally play as long as you want. Stop bitching about shit that is within your control.
Or Ragnarok,
if you like the game, you can play. Like those people that you call shills and disingenuous. You can do it like them. And also stop making faces like this. They make you look like a weirdo psycho.
To start right in that segment. It's kind of funny because it seems like this part of the game, a lot of people are...
Yeah, his head does look like a light bulb at this point, but it always looked kind of like...
...it on. Some people seem to say this
kind of like that.
Really, really liked because it was unique and fun. And others are like, yeah, this sucked. It went on too long. Like, wow. I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens today on God of War Ragnarok. I am excited for the advancement. Like I said, after having kind of a cliffhanger ending 2 days ago, I can't wait to jump back in today and see the advancement. See
I hope you guys appreciate that, you know, I haven't been like, you know, e-begging, and it's a new thing for me. I'm known as an e-bagger, so I try not to do it anymore.
We go. All right.
I hope you appreciate that.
Now, the big change to the schedule is tonight's late stream.
He's playing Call of Duty. That's the late stream. Or he's playing some other game. It literally doesn't matter. Because you'll see eventually what he's playing when he publishes the stream. Because what he's playing actually doesn't matter very much.
Coincide the national release in the United States. So I said, well, what we'll do is tonight on the late stream of tonight's, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time stream, we'll do Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. I had just unlocked the 74U gun. We've been using it on Monday night. Man, I went on crazy kill streaks. It was having
crazy kill streaks.
Gun, and I was very much looking forward to playing with it more. Couldn't really wait.
I don't know, man. This DSP's mentality of like people telling him, hey, Phil, this gun is great. And then he unlocks it and he acts like the entire game changed. Like everything changed. And then he became from a scrub that used to die and unload entire magazines into people and not even kill them. He became the one. He became the chosen one. He became like John Rambo. But not his ex-boyfriend, Sylvester Stallone John Rambo.
Yeah, this is excellent. I can't wait to play it again. Well, they announced yesterday on my day off, they're doing the release different for The Devil in Me. They're going to do a worldwide release at midnight UTC. And you might say, well, UTC. Okay? UTC.
You might say, who cares, man? It really doesn't matter. It's not like you're going to play it immediately as it comes out.
It goes to the United States.
And now he's going to explain to you that time zones are stupid. And why would they even fucking do this?
Okay. And then other places worldwide different. So if you're in Europe, it's actually the same time as well. Like, everyone gets to play it at exactly the same time. All right?
Everything is a rant nowadays. Everything is a rant. All that being said, hey, big ups.
So if you're in Europe,
all that being said,
time as well.
It's gonna be our new show. At all that being said,
like everyone gets to play it at exactly the same time. All right.
We should bully him out of all these phrases. Like every time he says it, it's just people in his chat just spam until it gets obnoxious and he feels insecure about himself. Just like he stopped saying a bunch of other stuff back in the day, because he was saying yikes a lot, and everyone was making fun of him.
So all
because Kat was saying yikes.
Being said.
All that being said again.
Basically, I looked at the situation. I'm like, well, this is interesting. Maybe I could play it earlier than I had thought. Because I thought if it wasn't coming out to like 9 p.m. my time, there's no way I could play it today. We have to play it all day tomorrow. But
thus.
Coming out this much earlier.
He stopped saying thus as well, because people were actually bullying him over it. Bullying works, you guys. Bullying literally works.
Play it on release day relatively quickly right after it's released, and it's a horror game, so playing it on a night stream is kind of cool. All right. So after this information was relayed, I said, let's see what the people want.
The information was relayed.
So right here on DSP Gaming on the community tab, I posted up a poll for you guys. And the poll was, should I keep the schedule as is and have Modern Warfare 2 on tonight's late stream? All right. Or should we swap? And should we do the devil called intro? I honestly don't know how far into it we'll get, right? Like, I don't know excuse me, I don't know if we're actually going to get a good tear into the game, or if it's basically just going to kind of be like an intro, and we won't really get to the meat of it yet. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Different.
If you don't know stuff, then just not make it a lengthy segment about stuff you don't know.
The Dark Pictures anthology game.
It's like, imagine if I just started explaining some shit that I know absolutely nothing about. Like, if I started talking about, like, theoretical physics or some shit like that, and I went on for, like, 5 minutes, and in the end I was like, you know, I actually don't know any of this. All that being said.
Anthology. Every year the game is completely different.
No, it's the same shit. It's a movie cutscene simulator with the same archetypes of characters and the same plot twists and the same fucking story beats. It's the same shit, like literally it's copy-pasted trash. Supermassive games are notorious for terrible writing as well.
Supernatural horror, if it's going to be like a mystery, if it's going to be gore. In this case,
it's all of them are this. Supernatural horror, mystery, gore. They're all this.
I mean, looks, at least from surface appearances.
That's why they're a part of the same anthology, because they're similar.
It looks like the movie series Saw, where it looks like there's going to be a series of reporters who are trapped inside of like a murder house, right? With all kinds of deadly gadgets and traps set up to kind of kill them. And they need to play a deadly game of survival to try to survive by the end. You know what I'm saying? So...
yeah, okay.
I guess we're going to see.
I guess we're going to see.
Firsthand if that's actually what it is or not, starting tonight. I'm excited for this, okay? Now, these games are only around 7 hours long, typically. Some are longer, like last year, the House of Ashes. First going to happen. This isn't the kind of game, since we're starting it tonight, excuse me.
Oh, what did he do? Did he snort a lot?
I'm going to try to beat it as soon as possible. Since we're starting it tonight, here's how the schedule is now going to go. It's going to be a little different. Excuse me.
Terrible. Imagine in like 5 years from now, how many of those like derailments from him just like slapping his knees and clearing his throat and snorting and all that stuff. Imagine how many of them are gonna be in the future. Because now it's terrible, but when he quote unquote gets older, it's gonna be even worse, man. It's gonna be like, it's gonna be the worst.
God of War, Ragnarok, followed by the premiere of The Devil in Me.
Yeah, you know, Killer Grooves. I do that a lot. I imagine the third person camera of like, imagine a third camera in the room and it's just a dude rambling at a camera and it makes everything much funnier. Imagine it like, you can even imagine different camera shots as if someone was like directing a scene, and imagine this as a scene. It makes it much better.
Me tonight on the late stream. Okay? Tomorrow, The Devil in Me will be the main gameplay stream. So 3 hours of the... It should be pretty good. As I unlocked it. I just started to unlock attachments for it. Excuse me. And I'm already going on kill streaks and already having a great time with it. In The Devil in Me, the goal is to complete The Devil in Me this Saturday. All right? But the question is, you're going to tell me how far I am in and how much is left once we get to, Friday stream. So all that being said... absolutely, I'm excited.
Now we're doing all that being said.
I promise you what order the streams will be on Saturday. But there will be progress in both games, all right? And we will be finishing The Devil in Me, the first run that is, as of the end of Saturday. Okay? Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Then on Sunday...
Oh, no.
War Ragnarok.
Sunday is like 3 days from now, my guy. Why do we have to talk about it? You don't even know if the world is gonna exist on Sunday. One more missile falling in Poland and that's gonna be it, my dude. Sunday. Sunday, come on.
Paired.
Fucking Sunday.
If everything goes according to plan, we don't have anything lingering and there's no ongoing issues or any unfinished playthroughs. My goal for Monday is to start up Pokemon Scarlet /
Monday. Now we're talking about fucking Monday. Again.
Based on your feedback.
Every week we do that. Every week we do that.
And here's what I mean by that.
Every week.
My plan.
It's Thursday today. Today is Thursday morning, his time. We gotta talk about video games we're gonna play on Monday. On a video game stream.
Was that this week coming up we were gonna play Evil West. That's what I was interested in doing. I felt it didn't really make sense to start.
He has to tell you every day. People chose a different game. That's it. That's the story. He's gonna play Pokemon instead.
Chill playthroughs when you do them.
He's been saying this for like the last 4 days.
And it would be a little disappointing if we had to wait weeks to months to see you start playing Pokemon. And, you know, someone else had made a really good point as well. They said, you know, last Pokemon game you skipped. And even though it was a remake, you had said you were going to get to it, you never got to it. And so it basically ended up being a skipped game. And then you ended up playing Pokemon Legends Arceus, which was
Arceus?
You know, decent, but it was a shame that you missed like the last more traditional. For a week, every stream saying, oh my god, I can't believe he's going to play Evil West and skip Pokemon. I made the decision last week, all right, we'll change it then. Instead of doing Evil West will be the game that I skip for now, and we'll do Pokemon instead. All right, and I'm totally okay with that. I hope you guys, you know, are going to show up and chill with me on the stream.
I hope you guys are going to show up.
Because I definitely did the shift directly because of your
There we go. I did it for your feedback, so now I expect you to show up. And if you don't, you're fucking assholes. And he's doing this weird thing with his eye when it kind of looks like he's going to peel off his whole skin.
Originally, I had the plan to do the other.
Yo, this was kind of... This went deep.
Okay,
it went deeper than usual. He, like, tried to take it all off. The mask almost came off. It was like in Mission Impossible when you got those, like, super sophisticated masks. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. He's taking it off. Strip it all off. Reveal the real skin. The true skin. The foreskin.
But, you know, I listen to what my viewers tell me.
Oh, yeah. What about when they told you to get a fucking green screen for 10 years now? And all those people asking for that, they just left. We're not going to bring up the other things that they asked.
What is Evil West? From what I'm seeing, Evil West is a combination act. Now, God Frontiers, we're doing them yet. Okay? Sunday, God of War Ragnarok, and the conclusion of Gotham Knights.
Yo, wait, Sunday? Are we talking about next Sunday at this point? Because we just talked about Monday. Are we back on Sunday? That we just talked about? Before we talked about Monday.
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 Of Pokemon Scarlet and
You
Violet.
just said Monday.
Stream on
You just talked about Monday.
Monday night.
And Sunday. We're going to go back to Saturday? What are you going to play on Saturday, Phil?
Done. Why is there no stream on Monday night? Because I need the opportunity to sit down and film the private react video.
The private videos. He's going to film private videos. When he says it like this, it seems like he's filming some, like, OnlyFans shit.
For patrons this month. We
You gotta film the private videos? Slayer wants me to bust it wide open?
More than halfway through the month. And I haven't had a single moment to do this. Because as you know, it's been non-stop new releases all month long. And I need to take the opportunity to do this. Especially because we've got 2 days coming up that are not gameplay days because it's holiday events and stuff. I have to do this. All right? So, Monday night, no stream at all. Okay? Sorry about that. Tuesday will be a full streaming day, double streaming day. What are we doing on...
Bro, how long does it take him to make, like, videos that are not even edited? It's literally for him to record a video. He doesn't have to put any other amount of effort. Even if he makes, like, 3, 4, 5 videos, it's gonna take him, like, what, 2, 3 hours? Just do it after the fucking stream. It's just a night of work that you get to make, like, hundreds of dollars extra. It's not a good payoff? It's not worth it? Dude.
Tuesday,
No, he hasn't talked about Charlie. We're still on the schedule, and that's his first segment. And then we have a day off segment, and then we have Twitter news segment. And then we're going to have Snow Carl bait segment. And then we're going to have some Q&A segment. So tonight's going to be great.
Really is undetermined at this point. Like, we could do a combination of anything. We could do more Pokemon. We could do more Sonic Frontiers. We could do more God of those 4 new releases you guys wanted.
You guys wanted. You guys.
24th,
You guys. You guys. Oh no. Now we're going to have the Thanksgiving segment. He's going to explain how he has to drive his wife, fucking cat, to work. He's going to come back. He's going to pick up some food from Burger King or some shit. He's going to be off for like an hour and a half. Terrible segment.
Now, Thanksgiving is a national holiday.
I fucking despise the segment.
We sit down. We have
like, what makes it worse is that you don't just have to listen through this segment once. You have to hear this segment until it happens every single day. Every single day until that shit happens, you have to hear it. And it's exactly the fucking same. Exactly the same rambling in exactly the same way.
Nice relaxing day, usually, of food and family. For me on Thanksgiving, usually it's a half day of work, meaning I always do one stream to start the day, and then I usually have the second half of the day where I spend with my family, and that's exactly what I'm doing this week.
His family.
The first stream on Thursday will be the Ask the King Thanksgiving special, a Q&A show where I answer your questions.
This is trash.
The entirety of the live stream.
This is like the previous Ask the King is just dog shit. Like it's unwatchable. At this point they're just worthless.
It should be a great time. All right, by the way, if you haven't posted up your questions,
post up.
You have the next day, which will be Friday, the 25th, 1 week from tomorrow. That is...
And now we got to pull it up. We're going to show the... what was it? The Friday Apocalypse Ad Fest.
Marathon event.
And it's going to have a typo in it again. Congratulations. Retro Ad apostrophe S.
DSP's Black Friday Ad Apocalypse Spectacular. It's happening to Black Friday insane as shit. It's too risky. It's too.
Actually, let's do something else. I'm taking initiative in this case, just through the garbage schedule segment. I'm gonna let it play low key in the background, and we're gonna look through YouTube and check out some other videos.
But then when she gets out of work, I'm gonna take a break, which will be an extended break, likely like an hour.
Yeah, it does have a typo on it. It add apostrophe S because the person who made it was illiterate.
And that's gonna be a lot
literally.
that I'm gonna do right there during the Black Friday.
Probably.
So
they don't even know the American language.
Guys, this week, this is the time.
So yeah, I'm gonna be listening to it in the background. When he ends it, I'm gonna jump back and turn it up, and we're gonna continue. But for now, it's just dog shit. We might as well just do something else, like literally. There's no point. Hey, we did a groupthink yesterday. It was great. We got some great calls. We got a. Oh, that was a nice snort. We got Colonel Sanders called in. Boy, it was great.
What would be a good one to go to that day on the way home to grab some food and then do a live DSP trial?
And he hasn't even decided what place he's gonna go to for his fast food yet. You need the community to decide.
Do any of these places have like a new thing, a new meal, a new item available?
A new item
that I could try for DSP tries it. I'm just curious. Is there
just curious?
You know, worst case scenario, if nothing has anything.
Oh, let's watch some review, bro.
You order something for delivery, but the whole point is that we're trying to do a quick DSP tries that's along the way.
Let's watch some review, bro.
Full-fledged feasting with the king for Black Friday.
Pizza Hut's new pizza melts review. I wanna.
What happens?
The worst McRib I've ever had. I want them to
send them to
be rage-filled over this. I want him to get pissed off.
What I'm doing, so I can plan it out. And
let's see what this is gonna be about.
Friday, okay? Now, after those 2 days.
Hello, everyone.
I should still be
this is running on empty.
Running on empty.
Food review.
Well, hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. Welcome, one and all, to this newest edition of the Running on Empty
Food Review
series. I'm your host, the Report of the Week.
The Report of the Week. I don't know why he calls himself the Report of the Week. It's weird.
I've been utterly devastated, quite frankly. And it took a lot of composure to get here in front of the camera tonight. As I'm sure you could tell, I mean, obviously I'm going with the black suit today, and it's for a reason. I have been, I guess as they say, in a state. This whole evening, I've been crying my...
I guess we're gonna do the Phil's Day Off segment.
Hey, we're doing the Phil's Day Off. Thanks, review, bro.
For Phil's Day Off.
Thanks, Report of the Week. Running on empty food review.
Yes, Derek, as I said, if you want
to doing the Phil's Day Off
as nominations for ads, I will definitely accept them. What's going on, Jade? How are you? Good to see you.
Yeah, Derek wants to nominate compilations, bro. He found 1-hour videos of ads. Dude, I'm pretty sure some of those ads are gonna get claimed. It's gonna be a nightmare.
So, Phil's Day Off yesterday.
A lot of errands.
As I had told you guys.
Getting his hair dyed, probably.
My day off was going to be very hectic. I had multiple appointments and things I had to do, while still running my normal errands and everything. So basically, I had to get up early on my day off, which sucks. On your day off, you usually want to sleep in. I got up early. What are you going to do? Incidentally, the way that the day was laid out, we actually had an early appointment to the point where unless we did, like, for example, unless we ordered food.
Oh, yeah.
Delivered for, like, breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
That way we were going to have time to go out and eat somewhere before.
Bro, get the fuck out of here, man. They got DoorDash breakfast.
Be starving.
Starving? You couldn't make a fucking sandwich? You couldn't eat some cereal? Bro, what a fucking joke of a man.
We actually ordered food the night before for delivery yesterday morning, All right. So we wake up and the food is delivered super early. We're like, what? Like what? This never
The
happened.
food was
You
too
order
early.
food from any delivery service.
What a
It's
fucking joke.
Usually on time or late. It's very rare.
Yeah, he could make himself fucking eggs and fucking bacon and eat a sandwich.
When food would show up early. So we got up.
What a
just
joke.
ready.
And now he's salty about the food showing up early. He scheduled it to show up early.
Like I'm in the bathroom.
So?
My wife is getting ready for the day. The food's getting delivered already. We're like, what? We're not even like dressed or anything.
Okay, just fucking go pick it up. Put on a fucking towel or something. Go pick it up. They're literally bringing it to your door. How much more can you complain about it? Do you want him to go inside and put it on the table on a fucking paper plate for you?
So now we're
Jesus Christ, man. This man is so sheltered and so spoiled.
rushing to try to get our food. We ended up getting a couple like scrambles, like breakfast scrambles.
Breakfast scrambles.
The veggie one, and I got one that was like
You can't scramble eggs. You can't put a bunch of shit in a pan and scramble it by yourself. You gotta order it.
like some chicken and some veggies and things like
Couldn't
that.
do it.
With a few pieces of toast, you know. Nothing special.
And toast.
Something quick to get protein
Imagine fucking door dashing toast.
in us to get us going for the day because we have a big
They don't have a toaster.
day of stuff to do. So over the course of the day, in no particular order, obviously, you know, got our hair
Eggs
cut.
is fine, bacon is cannibalism.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Bacon is haram. They can't have bacon.
But, yeah, another important
Videos
point.
my channel.
It's private. You don't need to know what it was. But, you know, a few odds and ends here we were going around doing. All right? We wanted to go to one pet store to get stuff for Jasper. That pet store ended up having none of the stuff that he likes, so we ended up having to go to another pet store.
Oh, no.
It's just, it's stuff you do during the day off. It doesn't
Spoiled
seem
cat.
Spectacular.
They
But
made their cat just as spoiled as they are. So they're a bunch of like spoiled man children and a spoiled baby ass cat.
the one thing that stood out for us, first of all, we're very lucky. We have all the food we need for Thanksgiving. Remember I told you last week about the disaster that my parents had ordered us a bunch of Thanksgiving sides as a gift?
Yeah,
And
so
they
it
showed up
came
with a
back.
box completely destroyed.
Right.
One of the sides there with no dry ice, completely melted and disgusting, and then they had to order a replacement for us. Well, the good news is the replacement showed up before we even left for the day, and all of our sides are here.
Okay,
Excellent.
cool.
We already bought everything else we needed for Thanksgiving, including the turkey, the cranberry sauce, the gravy. We've got everything. The only thing we really need for Thanksgiving is rolls, which we're going to buy next week. So everything else, we are good to go for Thanksgiving. We got our sides, everything. It's going to be a good
Awesome.
spread next week. Obviously, I'll tell you all about it next week, right?
Are you gonna make a vlog of it or just tell people what it was? Nah, back in the day we used to make vlogs because they used to make views and therefore money. And now we can just ramble on the pre-stream.
So, we had to basically go grocery shopping yesterday, but we didn't need to do Thanksgiving stuff, which is good, okay? Now, we just so happened to be in a different neighborhood because we were doing all these appointments. So there happened to be a grocery store there. It's the same grocery store chain we go to every week, but it's a different one. It's not the one from our local neighborhood. It's the one that's further away in another place. We're like, what's the difference? We'll be out. We'll go to this grocery store. We'll do our grocery shopping as usual. We'll have our list with us and everything.
Something went terribly wrong.
Together. It's nice on a day when we do it together rather than me just doing it by myself, because sometimes my wife has something to add or we see something alternative that we pick. It's nice to do it
Alternative
together.
stuff.
Quite frankly, I'd much rather do arbitrary things like grocery shopping and things with my wife than do them by myself. They're boring to do by myself. They're fun to do with my wife. You see? So, we walk into the grocery store. At first, it seems fine. Everything's good. There's nothing wrong with this place. Looks pretty similar to the one we usually go to. So the first thing we do, we go over to a cooler, and this cooler usually has a bunch of meats and things from a company, and they usually, at the one we go to, they have these sausages that are chicken sausages. Now, as you guys know, I have a condition where I have an imbalance in the...
You have fucking gout, you moron. You have fucking gout. Just say it. You have gout. I have a fucking condition. You don't have autism. You have gout, you moron.
levels in my blood, okay? It's called gout.
A condition.
Because of that, I have to
I have uric acid displacement levels in my blood.
eat as little red meat as possible, all right? Maybe once or twice a week tops, okay? So I eat a lot of chicken. So we go look for chicken alternatives to everything. You know, every possible thing. We try to eat chicken, and sometimes turkey as well. So we eat chicken sausage a lot. And there's various different kinds of chicken sausages that they have at different stores. You could get like an Italian style. You could get like a Cajun style. You could get all kinds of sausages, okay? Just so happens that 2 meals that we plan to have this week are going to have 2 different kinds of chicken sausage in it.
Dude, are you fucking joking? Are you like actually fucking joking? All this build up for this.
One's a more...
Is this the payoff to the story? Please tell me this is not the pinnacle of the story. This is not the climax of the story.
Italian-style soup.
Italian-style soup.
One is actually...
with sausage.
Gumbo, where we have chicken andouille sausage in it.
Dewey sausage.
Okay. And absolutely incorrect, Jesse. Enjoy your band.
Gully, he
Shut the
may
fuck
have
up. I love when people come in
undisclosed-ism.
here and they like know-it-alls. They don't know what the fuck they're talking.
What did fucking Jesse say? Well, I guess we're gonna see it on Twitter. He may have undiagnosed. Yeah, I've seen this. I don't know what. I don't know how to judge. I know about the narcissism stuff. I don't know about tism. Yeah, apparently Jesse got leaned in, but this was like 5 minutes ago in real time. So good luck.
Okay. So.
They probably told him he's not Italian, and he got real pissed off.
That being said, my friends.
Hey, that being said, my friends. That was the most generous shout out we've ever got. I appreciate that, Phil. You're still a piece of shit, though.
We go into the store. We look in the cooler. It's a mess. Okay? Half of the things that should be in this meat cooler are empty. Some of them have fallen over and are just like a big pile at the bottom of the cooler.
Please don't tell me this is the story.
Cooler. There's no sausage at all.
Oh my fucking god.
This is the same cooler that at the other grocery store is fully stocked, nice.
Dude.
And has all the chicken sausages that we use.
No fucking way. There was no chicken sausages. This was what the whole story was about. There's no chicken sausages in the cooler. Are you kidding me? Wow, no way. All this build up. It was like 5 minutes of him talking about going to the store.
Well, I like doing it without my wife, but with my wife is better. And then, I have gout, which is like a condition about my uric acid in my blood, in my body. And my body is like what my brain inhabits. And then I go to the cooler, which like is supposed to make things cool. And then there's no fucking sausages.
Buy.
Wow, what a fucking subhuman, man.
I'm like...
Just log into Minecraft straight away. Grab the diamond fucking sword and put it right to your pixelated throat.
What's going on? This is weird. It's the same store. This would be like, going to Burger King and then going to a different Burger King and they don't have the Whopper. We just don't have it here. Why? You're supposed to have it, right? It doesn't make sense. Okay? So, anyway, they don't have it. And I'm like, well, that sucks. What are you going to do, I guess? We can't get it this week. We're going to have to maybe find alternatives. Or maybe it's in another part of the store, and this store, for some odd reason, doesn't keep it in this cooler. We don't know. It doesn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense.
What?
But it's weird. Okay? So? We then we walk further into the store, into the bake shop.
Okay.
At our local grocery store. It's got one of the best bake shops we've ever seen. Fresh bagels every single.
Oh, the Jesse guy who got banned was somebody telling him to mute his microphone. Amazing.
Fresh baked bread.
Hey, big ups Heels versus Babyface. What's up, man? You should come on the podcast with us. We have a podcast shitting on this guy. It's a lot of fun.
Ha 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 ha. You're cracking me up, dude.
Yeah, you should come on. You should tell us what you know about him and what makes you laugh, because you're a funny guy too. I'm sure everybody's gonna enjoy it, since in the Discord they've been suggesting you. So if you want to come by, just hit me up, or I'm gonna hit you up. We can link up.
Now we're talking like big.
Thanks a lot for the contribution.
Puffy, crusty white bread you can make sandwiches and stuff on. Ciabatta bread. I love ciabatta bread, and they usually have fresh ciabatta bread. All kinds, usually fully stocked. You can get whatever you want. And every week, we get baked goods from there. We buy a bunch of bagels. We keep some out. We freeze some. That's what we usually have for breakfast. We'll get some sandwich bread, whatever it is. We walk into this baking. Now, by the way, it's no exaggeration. It's like 2 p.m. 2 p.m. This is not, we walked in at like 8 p.m. and the store is empty. It's 2 p.m. We walk into the bake shop of this other...
He's so mad, man. He's so fucking salty about this. And this has been kind of a trend recently with him, when he just gets like overly worked up about completely unnecessary things that don't matter at all.
The entire fucking bake shop is empty. Every area where there's supposed to be fresh baked goods has nothing in it at all. We're talking no bagels, no rolls, nothing. Empty. The only bake shop stuff that they had was the stuff that's not made in that bake shop that basically gets carted in every morning from other bakeries. You know, they're pre-packaged goods and shit like that. So they're all in there. And we're looking, we're like, what the fuck?
What?
Like, how could it be empty? I could see, okay, it's a bad day. Maybe someone called out. They have half capacity. They have a quarter capacity. They have nothing. All right? And it's not just us who are reacting.
The bread machine broke.
Up, and there's a guy, he goes up, he goes, you have no bread? Like, what the hell? And there's one woman working the entire bake shop, and the look on her face is like a deer in headlights.
Okay.
She has absolutely no clue what to tell anyone.
Yeah, shit happens sometimes. Shit happens. You know, something fucked up and shit happens.
Like, godsmacked.
Yeah, she is. It's not her fault. Most probably it's not her fault that they don't have any bread and they don't have any chicken sausages in the freezer. It's probably not her fault. It's some distribution fault. And he's so fucking salty at, like, low-wage workers, man. Such an asshole.
In the bake shop.
Because, like, those people have such much of a harder job than he does. And he has to make them feel like shit by being a fucking asshole.
Okay? So we're like...
And the problem is that he was just too lazy to go to a different store. Because you can always go to a different store. If your supermarket doesn't have it, you can always go and get it somewhere else.
Bugged grocery store mechanics.
They were bugged. Something happened. They were glitched.
What is going on?
Big up Stuff Flare.
Right?
What is going on here?
I looked.
Yeah, go somewhere else. Stop being angry. Go somewhere else. He's gonna kill himself with stress like this, with unnecessarily raging at stuff. One day he's gonna rage too hard. He's gonna kick the bucket.
I basically turn my head and I look at the rest of the store.
Okay.
And I start to just look at the meat section, and I can see that literally half the meat section also is empty. And I was like, you know what? I was like, honey, fuck this. What's going to happen is if we try to shop here, we're going to have to make so many concessions. We're going to have to make so many compromises. It looks like this store is poorly ran. They don't stock the stuff.
What a fucking Karen. Literal Karen moment. Literal Karen moment. Go somewhere else, DSP. Go somewhere else. Go to Costco.
Anything.
Go to fucking Walmart. But no, Walmart is for the, how did he call them? The dregs of society. Give me a fucking break. Please, let's play this. Susan, what happened? Come on, don't make this even worse. It seems like this site is badly ran.
How is it that our local grocery store, same company, is run so differently than one that's like a half an hour away?
You should become the manager, DSP. And when it goes bankrupt, you're gonna find out how.
Just because it's a franchise, someone else runs it. So how do you have one
Someone else runs it
and one that's run really well?
Is he gonna bring up how the manager makes a lot of money?
Those fucking middle managers, they make so much fucking money. They make a living. And they can't even run a supermarket.
Don't you want them all to be run really well? You know what I mean? And I hate to say it, but this is a lot similarly to a comparison that I actually made earlier. The Burger King situation.
Burger King. Dude.
Had it here in
Yo, no, don't bring it up. No. I need to pull up also. I need to pull that. ALT, please. Tweet me that picture that I made. Because this is perfect for this segment. I need that photo.
Okay. We have had places where we've gone, and it's exceptionally good, and then we go to the same exact business, but it's a
There we go. There we go.
Absolutely fucking terrible.
There we go. I need to pause this for a second. I'm sorry. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it somehow, maybe, if my shit loads today. Did he tweet it? Let's see. ALT, did you tweet it? That being said, podcast. Oh yeah, good luck finding it. That being underscore said. Because I made a thing today that actually is gonna work out quite a lot. That being said, podcast, fucker. There we go. Let's see if I can grab it from here. I just wanted to put it on my stream. It would be great for this segment. Never mind. No, not review, bro. No! This is a nice guy. This is positive. Not gonna ruin the vibe.
All right?
All right.
Burger King is the prime situation where we've been to one Burger King where you go there, you get the Whopper. Oh my God, it's so good. Everything's fresh, delicious, exactly how it's supposed to be. Then you go to the other one, the fucking burger's cold as ice. All your toppings, half of them are smashed on. They're not even on the bun like they're supposed to be. Big fucking mess. I'm not even going to go into the situation about the chicken sandwich debacle of last year.
I worked in
Oh yeah.
different branches, obviously.
It's not even going to talk about it.
And have different items. He's bringing up non-issues.
That is true, because I used to work in the in something like that too. Used to work in a warehouse.
Stop watching deck tractors and hit the gym.
You might be listening in the background, dude, when he does like the gym exercise. You don't know. People like listening to this in the background. We have a diverse audience of different styles of content. Big ups for the 100 check bucks.
You know about that infamous meme.
That infamous meme.
Just because it's a different manager, the entire business can be run differently? No. The point is when you own a franchise, you're supposed to adhere standards to all of your franchisees, and you're supposed to hold them accountable if they don't live up to those standards. That's your brand that's out there. What we're finding here more in America is these franchised companies don't give a fuck. They just don't. Yeah, they have criteria, whatever, but who's being held responsible for these places being run like shit? How do you have a bake shop with no baked goods in it?
Dude, like, are we for real having a segment about this? Are we, like, seriously doing this? Wow.
How is this fucking work in America?
Like, you're not doing anything, DSP. Stop. You're not doing anything. You're not making. You're not making a discussion.
Nothing.
You're only making yourself look like a fucking joke. You're only making yourself look like a clown by doing this. You're not taking a stance against injustice. You're not making a bold social statement. You're not actually doing anything but bitching. You're only crying about stuff. You're only being a crybaby. So, like, actually realize that. Please realize that.
It blows my mind. Okay.
Hey, there we go. I found the Burger King photo without actually blowing up my entire laptop. Oh, let's find this. I think it got.
I received the tweet. I've received the tweet, you guys.
Am I even gonna see it like that? Probably not. Okay. I'm gonna put it on the stream for a little bit. Oh, there we go. There we go. This is it. This is DSP taking L's from Burger King. This is what he got. On Cat's birthday, he went to Burger King, and this is what he got. A big L. The L sandwich. This is what he fucking got. And this is the Joe Biden meme when he's holding the, the little ice cream and an L. It's very nice. So let him talk about it while we have this on the screen, just for fun's sake.
So all that being said.
I'm shocked. This is the DLC for that being said. All that being said, you get the season pass with the extra snood calls and the Colonel Sanders calls.
Try it out. Now we're not wasting our time here.
Woo!
And we ended up doing our other things. We went to our other appointment that we had. We ended up going to a different pet store because there was a nice local pet store out there. It's nice, but it's one of those pet stores that's like, oh, everything fresh. Eat the raw meats for your cat and give your cat these weird oddball litter that they're never going to use. So we ended up driving to like our
His spoiled ass cat.
We usually shop on our days off. And we went to the usual pet store and all of that. And then we ended up going to our usual grocery store. What a shock. We went to our usual grocery store of the same exact company. They had the sausages. The bake shop was fully stocked. Everything we wanted was there. And there was actually, of all things,
oh, Jesus Christ.
Stock, and then we ended up easily finding a substitution that we're actually excited to try this week because it's a little different, but looks like it'll still be pretty delicious. So, there you go. Basically.
There you go. Another fucking story when he got everything he asked for. He got everything he needed. He got everything he was looking for. It just took a little bit more effort. A little bit more fucking effort. And he had to cry about it like it was the end of the world. It was like the nukes were dropping. That's how much he fucking cried about it. And he made it a big thing to say, here in fucking America, we can't run franchises properly. He can't even run his own business properly. He gotta cope over having 500 views a fucking video on the hottest game that came out this year in God of War. The most accessible game of all time. A game that they literally designed around him. because they used him as an example of game design in like 2018. Give me a fucking break. And he got everything he wanted. He wasn't even like, he didn't have to sacrifice anything. He got everything he wanted. And he still cried. He still cried. You can't please this man. Nothing is ever good enough. Nothing is ever up to standards. As he is never good enough and tries to convince you that he is. So take this L again. Let's take some more L's, DSP. Take all of these L's. And this chicken burger. Take that shit and go home.
And
And
something
cope.
that you like, you basically can't really veer from at this point. Especially in America. It just seems like there's no
In
consistency.
America. Go to fucking North Korea. Go to Pakistan. Get the fuck out of America. You're just leeching off the system and of those people that are from different parts of the world that send you their disability checks that they also get from America. So it kind of seems like America is pretty goddamn good to me. Because people like him that are actual parasites can grow, develop, not really develop, but live fully comfortable lives in just bitch about fucking nonsense that they didn't have in the store. Take another L. Another L. The Phil has like 15 L's and Burnell also has 15 L's.
I don't know what's going on
At this point.
Just being honest, like that's very disappointing.
Very
The franchises
disappointing.
are not holding anyone accountable. Again, case in point, that
They're not holding anyone accountable.
Okay, a little over a year ago, it was
Burger King, we're back to talking about it. He literally just said, I'm not going to bring that story up. He said it when I was looking for the photo. And now I found the photo and he brought it up. So take the fucking LDSP.
2021. I go to that Burger King on my wife's birthday, which of course we weren't planning on. It was like a last minute chain. I order a chicken sandwich. It's the most disgusting chicken sandwich I've ever seen. It's completely inedible. There's sauce everywhere. It's just completely unappetizing. I didn't need it. So I take a picture. I complain to both the Burger King Twitter account and I email them on their support account and their corporate website. All right? Their Twitter account basically directs me to a customer support thing. All right? So does their corporate. And basically they give me the same exact answer. Just go to this thing. Okay, I'll do it. So I start emailing them. And it's obvious this customer support is not in the United States. It's international because they respond to me at like 4 a.m. every day. And I hate to say it, in like half English. Like they're barely being able to type out in English. So I'm hoping they're...
Oh, they can't even... Oh, dude. It was literally xenophobic. Hold on, let's go back. They can't even type in English. What did they type in? Spanish?
You know, but this is their customer support. And then after basically going back and forth with them for 2 days, supplying pictures and everything of how bad of an
He sent them fucking photos of the burger while he was taking the L. They were giving him the L. He didn't want to take it. Here, Mr. Burdell, take the L, please, man. Take the L.
I had, and basically telling them all I'm looking for is a refund for the sandwich.
All I want is a fucking refund. No, Mr. Burdell, take L. Take L now and go home.
I don't even care about anything else.
This is a weird accent.
He ripped me off. It was a very expensive sandwich. Oh, we'll reach out to the franchisee. A week and a half, 2 weeks passed, the franchisee never answered me.
For one burger. He didn't even get like food poisoning or anything. He just didn't like it. He could have gone back inside and refunded the burger and showed it to them and been like, hey, this is a nasty fucking burger. Can you give me a nice one? And they would have made him a nice one. He didn't even bother with that. He didn't bother with that. He was texting people, sending them photos of the burger, and he wanted a refund for it and didn't get it. And he cries so much to this day. This is over like a year ago.
So I contact them again. Okay, no, listen, we're going to still reach out to the franchisee. To which I responded and said, I don't want to hear from the franchisee. I just want you to do something to give me restitution for the fact that you basically ripped me off. And they
ghosted me.
Stop responding entirely. Well, that's a great company, isn't it? Right? That's really a company you want to really give money to. A company that when you have concrete evidence that something they gave you was disgusting and inedible and it was expensive.
Senor Burnell, take the L.
Basically,
Senor Burnell
blows you off and then they don't fucking bother helping you. They just don't care anymore. So, fuck them. Right?
Fuck them.
Support a company like that, and we haven't. I think in the last year and a half, I think once we ate at Burger King, and it was because, again, we were in a big hurry, and we didn't have a chance to do anything else, and we ended up going to the good Burger King in our area, and everything was delicious.
Oh Oh, and also some of the remarkable parts of the story was that people were apparently shooting up in the parking lot of the Burger King. Like literally, people were like doing drugs, which is a great like world building. It was a great exposition segment.
So there you go.
There you go. This was a nonsense segment. This is out of nowhere, just like it was like an RKO out of nowhere. It's like a Karen segment out of nowhere, and it just hits you and you get whiplash. It's like, what the fuck was that? And now we get to see his haircut that looks god awful. It's like the 1940 Germany style haircut. They at least got some like cool outfits by Hugo Boss. They got those Boss outfits on, and this dude got a fucking t-shirt that is way too small.
So I don't know. That's just my.
And it's probably like 10 years old.
Franchise story. It's very disappointing.
That's his franchise story.
Companies are supposed to be living up to a standard, and they don't. They just don't. They just do whatever they want, and good luck getting anything out of a complaint. They don't seem to care either, which is very stupid and disappointing as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. They didn't even fade his haircut. They didn't fade it on the sides. It just cuts off. And it's like he has bangs on the sides. It's so bizarre. I've never seen anybody like it. And I've cut my own hair in the past, and it still wasn't that bad. Even though it still was fucking god-awful, it wasn't that bad.
So, anyway, after our day out, we came home and did a little bit of cleaning, and then we relaxed. We actually started watching someone else.
But wait, didn't you say you literally were running errands all day and it was hectic as hell, but you relaxed and you watched somebody else play video games? Let's see how he's gonna get toxic on that guy. Does that guy make a living on the internet? I wonder. Let's find out.
Playing God of War Ragnarok.
Of course. Rent-free again.
Actually watching, it's again, to see someone else's perspective on a game is very interesting. What's weird is this particular person playing the game seems to be doing better than me in certain aspects and horribly worse than me in others. Like combat,
of course, yeah.
a ton. But
what is he better at?
Difficulty.
Pausing the game, not pausing the game, and reading tips. Are they better at that?
Combat, they're dying a ton.
Okay.
Other things they figured out more quickly than me.
Oh, what, like the puzzles that the game tells you immediately how to complete?
It's kind of interesting.
Is he failing on those puzzles? Did he struggle on puzzles? I wonder. Because I've seen all over Twitter that people are like actually kind of irritated that the game tells you immediately how to beat a puzzle.
We're in the desert. Remember, I was in the desert last time. They found everything in one fell swoop. They were like, bing, ding, 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 found everything in the desert. Me, I missed half the shit in the desert. And then you guys yelled at me, and I went back to do it because I missed so much. But this guy found it all. But at the same time, in combat, he's getting his ass handed to him. So, anyway, we did that for a while, and we watched some X-Files. We relaxed. It was a good day. The second half of the day was definitely more relaxing and all of that. And we had a good time again. So, that was our day off. Nothing ultimately special or anything like that. At the same time, it was a good day. It's always good to have
it was a good day. Except he just had a lengthy segment complaining about something that is completely inconsequential to his life and didn't hurt him a lot. And he reminisced on the Burger King sandwich that let him take 1,000,000 L's. And he's still taking L's to this day.
It's enjoyable.
He's basically reinvented the entire alphabet based on how many L's he's taken.
So, all that being said,
you notice recently it just started being all that being said. We just hit 2,000 subs and it's constantly just all that being said. It's not just that being said. It's all that being said. So we need to rebrand. All that being said.
Full capacity today, right? Hitting the ground running. So much new game stuff to talk about. I only have, I think, one news story to talk about. So before we get to that, I just again kind of want to redirect everyone's attention to.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
You guys know.
Big.
This is basically the last chance to hit the members goal. I think
we're literally begging now. The whole non-begging arc is in the trash. We're literally begging.
4 days left, because I believe it was around October 21st when we got that ginormous members bomb.
Remember, it also came with viewbots. So many of them that he had to unlock his chat from the sub-only mode. He got literal thousands of views. Literal thousands. His chat went from like 400 people to like, what was it, like 3,000 people at some point?
Propelled dspgaming from like 500 members all the way up to like 800-900, something crazy like that.
Yeah, and like one day from then, he also got another like 200 or something.
This weekend would be the last opportunity for us to hit our Christmas.
Oh, did it hit 5,000? God damn, that some fucking delusional dude genuinely spent hundreds of dollars to make this dude seem like he's kind of popular and to enable him to get a bunch of gifted memberships. It's very confusing to me. Very confusing how somebody would go that extra mile for someone else who can't give a rat's ass about them.
All of 1,025 members.
Like if Team Ico Gamer, the dude who wailed, if he was in quicksand and the only dude who can help him is DSP would say his back hurts and that dude would just drown in quicksand and he would be gone. But that dude went and allegedly ran bots on him and then wailed out on gifted subs just so this dude can get a bigger paycheck from YouTube. At this point, why not just send him $1,000 tip? Why not just do that? He gets to get all that money. Why not? Why not?
Remember, if we hit it, I'll be doing a Christmas marathon event. It's the only
time I drink
during the year.
Remember, you guys, I was an alcoholic in the past. This is like a former addict telling you, oh, you guys, if we hit this event, I'm gonna do a line of cocaine. You know, you guys, I used to do it. I used to be in rehab for it. You know, so you guys want to see me? I'm gonna tweak out. It's gonna be real fun.
Where I drink on stream and I dress up in festive holiday attire, right? We have a great time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna beat my wife.
Really fun time. I really enjoy it. You guys usually nominate a good variety of games. I usually do a festive episode of either DSP Trap.
He fell asleep last year, by the way. I hate to break it to you, DSP. It's not that fun because you fell asleep last year. So it obviously wasn't very fun.
Or Feasting with the King, or both. But if you guys haven't noticed, this month, even with all the new releases, this channel really has not seen much growth. Barely any movement with subs. A few new subs. Like I would say over the course of this month, maybe 100 new subscribers so far. Okay? Not a lot. Something. At least there's something. Always something's better than nothing, and I'm certainly not complaining. Any positive movement.
Certainly not complaining. You're not making positive movement though. You're actually not. They've just been dropping. And in a couple of days they're gonna drop so hard that it's gonna give you whiplash.
But when it comes to members, you know, there's been no movement at all. In fact, we're just on a slow decline, basically. We were at the beginning of this month, we were at 1,036 members. All right. Well, I take that back. That was the end of last month, and then we lost like 100. So we ended up going to like just under 1,000. It ended up being like 900 and change. And then we've basically been on like a slow drip since then, where we're losing a little bit every day. All right. If you're not a member, you're really missing out. You guys know all the benefits. Highlighted name in chat and stream and in the comments on the videos. Access to all of my emotes in the chat and in the comments of the videos. You know, access to all these events at a priority. For example, Ask the King coming up this week. The vast majority of questions answered on Ask the King will be member questions, right? Also, it is the season of giving. All right? 'Tis the season, as they say. If you're in the giving mood and you want to help out your fellow stream viewer, the ability to gift memberships is now available here on DSP Gaming. It has been for many months. So now would be the time if you wanted to jump in and maybe, you know, do some member, what do they call them? Member bombs or whatever. That would be awesome. All right? And it would help the channel. And, you know, it would be greatly appreciated. So thank you in advance. All right? I'm not going to talk about it all day. In fact, usually I just talk about it here on the podcast, and then we just move on. And hey, we get members, great. And if not, it is what it is.
What? That no.
I want to do a Christmas event. I do it.
No, you literally actually begged in the gameplay, and then you were talking about people would appreciate that you didn't beg. Like, dude, come on! I just saw it on this pre-stream.
Every year, it's an annual fun event. We always
did my mic unplug? Is it like trash now or something? I think it's okay now. I heard something unplug.
But
it could have been anything.
You know, gotta be motivating, right? Rashawn says you shouldn't even start your stream till you get 150 likes. Oh God, we're not doing stuff like that. That's ridiculous. That's the definite difference between here's someone who does content and broadcast because he's a fun person having a good time. Who loves?
Who is that? You?
What they're doing.
You. Oh, you love what you're doing. Why did we get a rant about sausages and bread? Why? That's not fun. But of course, yeah, he's dissing LTG now because LTG does that shit. LTG does it.
Pay me money so I can turn on my webcam. Pay me money or no microphone. What a fantastic stream.
Who's here just in it for some kind of clout or some kind of popularity.
Oh, no clout, but I want to be interviewed. Hey, Moist Critical, please hit me up, man. Even if you want to just laugh for like 5 minutes, just hit me up. And then the next day he admits, oh my god, my publicity stunt doesn't work. He's not gonna watch that 40-minute video, sir. That's Sir Moist. He's not gonna watch it. And it turned out he didn't, and he didn't care, and he said, I quote, it's not that deep. So yes, it's not that deep.
I won't even start until we hit this. What? That's ridiculous. You know my mentality. I put out free content. You enjoy it. If you like it so much, please reciprocate the love. Whether it's liking the
Please reciprocate the love.
stream, liking the video.
Wow, this is the love stream now. We're making love to each other tonight. They say we are gay boys.
On it. Contributing in any way, a super chat, a super sticker.
Yeah, dude, this is actual begging right now. Yes, you are fucking begging right now. People don't do explicit plugs like this anymore. Come on.
All right?
Like, I get letting people know the ways that they can contribute, but at some point, it feels like you're just trying to shove it in their face, and then it turns into fucking e-begging, because it's DSP.
Okay.
Oh, I hope you guys appreciate the fact that I don't, e-beg. So yeah, I hope you appreciate it. Last chance to contribute.
So all that being said.
All that being said, again, we get an all that being said. Starting to take it personally at this point.
That's really it. Let's get into news, gaming news now.
Oh, gaming news.
I believe there's one.
What do we got?
Major news story that I'd like to talk about today. Let's take a look. I think it was just one. There's a few things that happened. Starting January 20 is no longer going to have.
What?
Business. Interesting. Blizzard Entertainment. All right. Is no longer going to have a business relationship with NetEase.
Okay.
Starting January 23rd of next year.
My guy, you don't even know what NetEase is. Why are we even going to talk about it? What is NetEase? What is it? Some Chinese company?
Now, you might have no idea what that means, and I don't blame you.
Yeah, you don't either.
If you don't live in China, you would have no idea what
there we go. A Chinese company.
means at all. But if you live in China, you would know. NetEase is the company that essentially provides Blizzard Activision content to China.
This fucking sick motherfucker, he should stop hitting his microphone constantly or just wear a headset. This shit is getting obnoxious at this point. He's flailing so hard on a daily fucking basis that he's just hitting his microphone on the regular at this point, and it's very annoying that he can't just sit there and not hit his microphone.
And for those who don't know, market has been a hugely profitable market for Blizzard Activision. I mean, if you even look at the history of Blizzard Activision, remember the World of Warcraft movie? The movie that tanked worldwide, except China. So, basically, with this partnership falling apart, this leaves Blizzard in a bad position. It means all of their...
DSP, yes. China likes different stuff, so some stuff is gonna tank here, kind of like the Transformers stuff, and then they're gonna make a lot of money there. Enough to justify more sequels being made. That's why we got 1,000 Transformers movies. And some of them didn't even get, actually written because they were made during a writer's strike. Such as Revenge of the Fallen, which had fight scenes filmed before the writing for those fight scenes were even actually put down on paper. Because the writers were striking. Just a quick info.
Products.
Yeah.
Are no longer.
Yeah, maybe the Transformers were actually successful in the U.S. They were just terrible.
Available in China starting next year, and that's a giant market for them. Now, what happened? Apparently, from what Blizzard is saying in their public statement, they'd always had an ongoing relationship with NetEase for ridiculously long time. I think they said it was the mid 2000s that they had started this relationship. So we're talking almost 20 years of a running relationship, where they come to an agreement. I guess there's some kind of a licensing deal or whatever it may be, and they make a certain amount of money or whatever. Who knows what it is? But basically, the stuff.
Who knows what it is? Why are we having a segment about it? I'm skipping it, man. I'm skipping it. There's not going to be a lot of DSP-isms in this one.
Weird because it's been almost 20 years they've had this working relationship.
Okay, this is literally it. I skipped like 40 seconds. He's still on the same shit. He's still on the same thought.
And now all of a sudden they can't come to an agreement. Okay, Embracer Group. Anyway.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to read the article to find out why. He didn't even bother. And this is a podcast that is supposed to be entertaining and informative. It's somewhat educational. All that being said again.
I guess we'll find out.
No way.
Another big piece of news is regarding the Embracer Group.
Okay, what do? They hug people? They embrace people?
No.
I don't know, man. They just like do something. They're like make video games or something.
The Embracer Group is the group who makes games such as Dead Island, Saints Row.
They make games?
The news is not good. The news is basically that Embracer Group is in a really bad situation right now. Okay? They are amidst a ton of turmoil. I guess they were banking on certain games, such as the Saints Row reboot, you know, being a big cash maker for them.
Imagine banking on that game that came out of like a time capsule from 2015. Well, get fucked, I guess. If you're banking on that game, then
being a sales flop, way underperformed compared to what they were hoping and forecasting for it, among other things. So basically, they had a big meeting yesterday, and a ton of information came out of this meeting. Are you ready for this? So let's listen. Here's just some of the bullet points of what came out of this meeting. They're doing a mystery 6-year deal with several industry partners involving multiple large games, but they're not giving any details whatsoever what that means as of now. Does that mean their IPs are going to be like licensed out to other game development studios? Does that mean they're developing?
we don't know anything. He doesn't know anything. Nothing is going to come out of this segment. It's just you get as much info as if when you see an article on Twitter and then you see somebody reply to it. This is literally all you get. So we're going to skip through this.
And game or whatever. So it was kind of weird.
It's kind of weird.
It was just like drop announced out of nowhere.
Wait, what is this?
Oh, Dead Island 2 is finally coming out in 2023. It's going to come out in February. And everyone was like, oh, okay. Well, we didn't even know that the game was still being developed. You guys hadn't talked about it for so long. We thought maybe it was kind of like forgotten.
They released the gameplay trailer some months ago.
That's great, I guess. That's good news. But it wasn't like anyone was asking for Dead Island 2. It wasn't even anyone was like hounding them saying, hey, so when are we going to get a release date for that game or whatever? So it was
or whatever. This is like, bro, this is trash.
That it was just like drop announced out of nowhere, because you're like,
yeah, his chat is way ahead because I'm like 10 minutes behind.
If here's the thing, when they announced it, you're like, well, I guess it's ready, right? They must be ready for this thing, because no one was asking for it, no one cared about it, and
no one.
You
gotta love when you show up to a stream that's supposed to tell you stuff that happens in like news, when they tell you, oh yeah, nobody likes this, everybody likes this, no one cares about this, everyone cares about this. Yeah, plenty of people cared about it, because I care about it, so there you go.
Own volition, that's funny because one of the studios is named Volition. Of their own volition.
That's not actually funny.
To publicly announce, hey, here's the release date for Dead Island 2 out of nowhere. So you think, oh, they're prepared, they're ready. Oh no, it just got delayed. It's delayed now till April 28th. It's like, what? Then why did they announce it? If they had no clue if this game was ready for February, and no one was even caring or asking.
No one.
No one cared about it.
No one cared about it. No one cared about it. No one cared about it. What a fucking obnoxious, abrasive asshole.
Why the fuck
no one cared about
did they even announce it?
Why are you mad about this? Why is he fucking mad about this? It almost makes it seem like he cares enough to be fucking pissed off about it. If you don't care and nobody cared, just shut up, move on.
If they weren't sure it was going to be ready, right? Like, what the hell?
There were plenty of people interested in it because they saw the reveal trailer and it has some great physics on it. Where it was like, what was it? You could chop off the different limbs and they would all act like in a very realistic way or something. There were some gimmicks to it and people were interested in it. And now it's delayed by like a month or so. It's not a big deal. You shouldn't get toxic over it. You shouldn't get mad about it.
It literally makes no fucking sense at all.
Bro, it didn't make sense at all.
Zero. It's like, what is going on here? It's stupidity.
Stupidity. Call them idiots.
It's absolute, utter fucking stupidity.
Talk about how much money they make. Do they make a living on the internet?
All right. So
he's so pissed off, man. There must be something behind the scenes that really grinds his gears. Something that's really on his mind and it doesn't let him sleep. There must be something like that. Because people that, like he says, are happy and every day they wake up is the best day of their life, they don't pull off shit like this. They don't get toxic over sausages in the store and bread. In games that get announced, apparently no one cares about them.
April. Will it come out in April? Who fucking knows? And at this point, honestly, who cares?
Who cares?
No one cares about this game to begin with.
No one cares.
What a joke.
No one cares.
Volition. This is the company that makes the Saints Row franchise and now the Saints Row reboot that utterly flopped and failed, have now been merged into Gearbox. Gearbox, the company that makes the Borderlands series. So Volition no longer exists. They have been assimilated. And the question
assimilated.
Does that mean
they've been terminated?
Saints Row is dead for good. Has Saints Row now been retired? And the Volition Studios people will now just be working as a supplementary group of employees, right? To be working on Gearbox games.
I don't know.
If that is the case, that's sad, right?
That is sad. Why is it sad? They made shitty fucking games. They had a chance with the Saints Row game and it was dog shit. Why is it sad?
Oh, at one point was absolutely huge.
When? Saints Row 3. That was it. Saints Row 2 and Saints Row 1 were also very good.
Legitimately a competitor to Grand Theft Auto.
No, it wasn't.
It did things that were very different. All right?
Yes, it was.
And essentially, it was unique. And that's the good thing about it, is to have something unique. It was a sandbox game that took chances, that went to be over the top with comedy and things like that. And
right.
Essentially was a good game series. And then they kind of ran it into the ground. Saints Row 4 kind of jumped the shark, went too far into that direction of ludicrous shit. And then they basically retired it for a while, right? They tried to bring it back with Agents of Mayhem, which was supposed to be Saints Row 4.
That was... No, it's not. It wasn't supposed to be Saints Row 4 because Saints Row 4 already got made. And then they made Get Out of Hell, which was something else. And then fucking Agents of Mayhem was just not even that. It was just kind of in the same cinematic universe, if you would say so.
They weren't going to call it Saints Row 4, and then released the game, and it was panned. No one
it's not supposed to be Saints Row 4. Saints Row 4 existed at that point.
Agents of Mayhem. So then they went back to the drawing board again, and they said, we're going to reboot Saints Row. They didn't take in literally any customer feedback whatsoever. Instead, they just decided to do whatever they wanted, which was a really stupid move, quite frankly. They really should have been listening to feedback from their direct audience. And that game got panned, and that game got slammed, and that game came out completely unfinished.
Well, it makes you think, if they release games like that, why would it be sad if they stop being a thing?
You know, the physics engine...
Because back in the day, they used to make some cool games. Well, that's just kind of like BioWare.
Wasn't even working. Flopped miserably.
Kind of like Phil. Kind of like Phil, if you compare it to him. Even though back in the day, he didn't make classics. He never made classics. Because like Saints Row 2, that's a fucking awesome game. That game rocks. Saints Row 3 is great. DSP never made anything that could be comparable on that level. So you can measure his downfall and be like, oh, now he gets like 500 views. He never made anything like that. There isn't anything that DSP's made that you can say it's a classic or a staple of YouTube or some kind of a landmark of content.
So maybe, you know, I hate to say it, maybe it makes sense. Maybe Saints Row does need to go away. Maybe this game studio needs to do something else.
Maybe you need to do something else.
You know what I mean? Like, if we're in a situation here where idiotically this game company...
Yeah, the incident is not something that he tried to do on purpose. I'm talking about things that he actually put effort in and actually tried. It's not something he did on purpose. It's like a video game releasing a game that is completely broken and they didn't even know that it was.
Unsuccessful franchise into the ground. I don't know if we would want to make another one. There's two, not
Yeah,
one.
DSP, we get it.
Doing issues.
We get it.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So many issues. And
So many issues.
now you wonder, is this even better for them to be going to from one studio that tanked? Game investments have been way too slow, right? That to hear that the company is having problems, is that big of a deal? Seriously, anyone? You know what I mean? Like, excuse me. The Borderlands series, it's kind of wow, it's a mainstream. Everyone talks about it, and it's the big popular thing anymore, right? Like, that's what I kind of feel like. Gears of War still has a fan base, but is it a mainstream fan base and everyone talking about it who owns an Xbox? No. And that's kind of the same thing with Borderlands and all their franchises there. You know what I'm saying? So it sucks. I don't like hearing game studios and having problems. This studio's having a ton. I hope that they get their act back together to get Lillian back. I guess we'll see what
He's still talking about it, like, literally.
happens. Outside of that, that's really it. I guess what we'll do, we'll get
That's
to
it. We're opening up the shout-outs and the Q&A.
Shout-outs.
Fantastic. Let's see how much behind are we. 18 minutes, and he's still going. He is still rocking and looking at chat and stretching and flexing and snorting and farting.
So let's start on the YouTube side of things.
Yeah, Project 7 was on par with Scorsese. It's a classic. But Project 7, it's like if Scorsese didn't direct his own movie. Because it's like DSP in Project 7, he did so little of the work. It's like, I can't even tell you how little work he actually did. The videos were edited by someone else. They scripted it like 3-4 people. The thing was directed by someone else. He did everything in one take. He literally pulled a Steven Seagal. It was literally a Steven Seagal. And that's all. If that wants to be his claim to fame, then go for it, but he was the Steven Seagal.
Spartanius one.
And it wasn't even like that big of a deal. It wasn't like a series that people actually cared about because there wasn't anything special about it. It was just a shitty internet series. For its time, I guess production value was good, but someone else did that. When it came to him, it was just trash.
Today, did a super chat and says, at Burger King, I saw an ad for a brand new Italian-style chicken sandwich. Burger King is, at this point, infamous. Once a year, they create what they call their brand new, amazing, better than ever chicken sandwich. Once a year, they do this. Okay? And then it comes out, and it's sometimes okay, sometimes it's better. And then after a while, they just discontinue it out of nowhere. And then there's another chicken sandwich. And then there's another. Like, the infamous chicken sandwich story that I tell about the disgusting chicken sandwich I couldn't even eat was called the Chiking. The Chiking only lasted about a year. Then they just retired it out of nowhere. Now they have some new one for the past few months, right? In the past, out of all the years that I've gotten the Burger King chicken sandwiches, all right, the one that I actually liked the most, all right, was the tender crisp chicken sandwich. This was an actual very large breaded
executive decision. I'm skipping through this. This is a food segment. There is literally no point in talking about it.
Fucking chicken sandwich. I think that's his name. Okay? And he's singing, and he sounds good.
What?
Because he's a great singer. It was his name Darius Rucker. Now I don't think I'm remembering. I think his name is Darius Rucker. I think that's his name. Okay? But, so he's singing this song, and it's hilarious because it really sounds great, but it's about a fucking chicken sandwich, right? And it just stands out to me because it was one of the most ridiculous ads I've ever seen. It really did have like a river of ranch dressing and cheese.
Yeah. Fuck that.
That gamer guy. I think he re-upped his membership, actually. Thank you for re-upping your membership, gamer guy. I appreciate that. Commando Gadget Plays became a member 8 months in a row. Earthbound or any of those. And I spent countless. Street Fighter 2. Whenever I play a version of Street Fighter 2, I feel nostalgic because it brings me back to those days when I was growing up playing in arcades. I can hear what the arcades used to sound.
It brings you back to the days where people actually respected you in some capacity, and you had some kind of a clout, and you were good at something, and now you're not. So that's that segment.
Like around me, I can feel it. B-Boy Cyclone re-upped his membership for a whopping 19 months. Thank you for the ongoing support. A bit late, did you react to Penguinzo's response?
Oh, there we go.
Penguinzo.
There we go.
Moist Critical.
Moist
I
Critical.
have not fully seen any response. What I heard last night was that I guess he was doing a show or I guess he does live streams. I don't know. I don't watch all of his content. I just every once in a while I see.
What did you hear though?
In my feed, I've watched them. I think that they're entertaining. So I guess he was on one of his shows or streams, and I guess there was a guest talking.
I guess we guess so much.
I've only seen, like, no exaggeration.
It's a dude that you blocked, and he mentioned you blocked him, so you better not mention it, huh?
YouTube short, so 60 seconds.
Yeah.
And basically,
whose short did he see? Did he see the Aquatil short that I watched in the beginning of the stream? Oh, he doesn't know who he's talking about, but he blocked him. Mudahar. It was some ordinary gamers was on.
The person who was on the show asked him, "Did you hear what Darkside Phil said in response to what you said about him?" And he was basically like, "Well, it's not that deep, you know. I was talking about Boogie. Someone asked me about him. I made a reference to him, explaining how basically he's an e-beggar on his content, and that's it, you know." He's like, "No, I'm not going to interview him. I'm not an interviewer. I'm not interested in anything like that." And that's where the short ended. So I have absolutely no idea.
That was it.
At all.
That was it. You're just a mention, DSP. You were just a mention. You're nothing more than a footnote.
Said, nor do I really care.
Oh, he doesn't care. You made a 40-minute response to clear up misconceptions about yourself. And then in the end, you asked them to talk to you for even 5 minutes. Please, Mr. Moist. And then the next day, he admitted that the publicity stunt didn't work because he went on for too long.
That was the answer that I was explaining. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I figured was going to be. I figured the answer was going to be he doesn't care. He watches, let's be honest here, any YouTube...
Didn't he start out this segment by saying he didn't even see it? And then he was like, oh yeah, apparently what happened was someone was there, but it was only a YouTube short. So he watched it and he tried to bullshit you that he didn't see it.
Who's of the size of a PewDiePie, a Moist Critical... You know, those guys...
PewDiePie has 100 million subs, dude. There's a pretty big gap between them.
Their content is reacting to a bunch of random shit on the internet 90% of the time. That's the kind of content they put out, right? Right. And do they have time to come here and watch my content? No, they don't. What do? Oh, I wonder what the latest drama is today. Let me search for the drama videos about this person. So they're searching for my detractor videos about me, and they see, what did the detractor say today? And they believe that's what's going on. They watch it quick, and then that's what they talk about on their stream. That's what I said. That's the problem with YouTube, is it allows open, blatant, mass, either slander, defamation, whatever form.
And now we're talking about slander.
Zero fact checking, zero corroboration, being truthful, and there's literally no that anyone can do to protect
This is so good, man. What the fuck? What the fuck? This is a mega cope. We transition right into, like, the copium tank is full, and the mask is on, and he's huffing that shit.
Anyone can say anything about anyone they want and get away with it on YouTube. And so you have mass misinformation campaigns about me.
Misinformation campaigns.
And, you know, people get the wrong impression. And then they talk about it on their content. And now all of a
But you admitted that was true, though. You admitted it was true.
Sudden, DSP is one of the worst content creators ever made.
Yo.
Actually watch a single one of my streams. Obviously not. Because
they're terrible.
If you did, you would understand what you're saying literally is not happening on my stream.
Yeah, right. But you admitted you're an e-beggar, dude. Dude, seriously, you thanked him. You thanked him.
Or not to the extent that you're overemphasizing it, right?
Right, you were not overemphasizing it.
Guy, you know, Moist Critical apparently has seen misinformation videos about me and then talks about them. Like everyone else. You know, the only reason
There we go, now he's a troll. Now he's a fucking troll. Dude, so I was wrong on this, because I expected him to still continue bootlicking. I still expected him to still be on his knees. Now Critical is just as bad as everybody else. He's just as bad as Rich. He's just as bad as Rich. He's on the same level.
It up is because if you remember, just a few days before he had publicly brought me up in one of his streams, I had said I wanted to do a public interview to basically give my side of the story on all of this misinformation that's all about me all over the internet. I felt that for too long it had been one-sided. Everyone just saying the same dogpile shit about me with no value. You know, have I responded to that stuff in my own content? I have. How many people watch DSP Gaming? on stream, a few hundred a day.
Those clips are out there, though. Those clips. Those people usually watch the clips. Critical is not going to come watch my stream or a restream or anybody talking over the clips. He's going to watch the clips themselves, and he's going to make his own mind, because that's what he does.
Demand a few thousand a day. So that versus, you know, giant YouTubers always saying the same negative memes about me because they just believe everything they hear. If I had the opportunity to actually talk to someone and say, hey, here's my side of the story about everything that's going on, obviously at least it would be out there, right? You might not have to believe it. You know, a lot of people probably wouldn't, but at least my side of the story would be in the public eye. And that's all I was asking for. And then literally, like 3 days after I had announced that I wanted to do an interview, Moist Critical goes in his content and says negative stuff about me. I was like, that's exactly the point I'm making.
But you admitted it was true. You said it was true. You said he was right. Oh, dude, come on, man. Dude, what the fuck? What?
YouTubers of his caliber.
No fucking way. He's just as bad as Rich now. He's just on the level of Rich.
Talking about me like this, misrepresenting me because they don't know any better.
Holy fuck.
When that's all they hear, when all they see is the negative memes and the viral memes, that's toxic shit about me.
Sir Moist, he's not even a sir anymore. He got his knighthood taken away. He got stripped from his knighthood.
I think they're going to believe, right? So it is what it is. Am I upset? No. Did I expect that Moist Critical was going to want to interview me? No.
Why did you make that 40-minute segment clarifying and debunking misconceptions about yourself? Why did you do that, though? Why did you do it? And then invited him to talk, and then admitted that your publicity stunt failed right the next day.
Quite the opposite.
Why did you do that?
Right? Quite the opposite.
Quite the opposite. I don't care at all.
I didn't think at all that he would be interested. I think that for me, or for him...
So it was just coping. So that 40 minutes was just coping. If he never at all thought that he would be remotely interested, it was just coping.
I'm just one of these interesting memes on the internet to reference every once in a while for a laugh. And I think that's probably all I ever will be. If I do a public interview, you know, with some...
All I will ever be is a meme. This is great. This is great. I want a replay of this.
Interesting? No. They're quite the opposite, right? Quite the opposite. I didn't think at all that he would be interested. I think that for me, or for him, I'm just one of these interesting memes on the internet to reference every once in a while for a laugh. And I think that's probably all I ever will be. If I do a public interview, you know, with someone, which I am still in the talks of, you know, right now it's actually more on me than anyone else. Like I said, I actually have 3 different people who are interested in doing 3 completely different kinds of things with me. And I basically told all of them it just has to wait because I'm so busy with new releases and everything right now. I don't even have time to consider doing it. You know, I don't even have any free time at all.
I don't even have time to consider doing it, but I want to do this. I want to do this, but I don't even have time to consider doing it. So the other people, the bigger people than me, they need to wait for me to decide to do it because I'm a princess. They need to wait for me, even though I have the interest of doing it. They don't have any interest in interviewing a channel that gets 500 views a fucking video.
Just like I said, this Monday night, I'm filming private react videos for patrons that I've owed them since the beginning of this month. You know, I'm just getting to this stuff. So hopefully when things calm down, right? With all the releases and everything, I can actually sit down and make a decision about who I want to do it with. I'm still in active talks with 3 different people who are all interested. So, you know, I'll let you guys know when I have further information about that. But I had 0 inklings that Moist Critical was going to want to do any kind of interview with me. That was just a timely example of exactly what I was saying when I made the effort to say I want to be interviewed. That all they hear is the meme. And literally all he says about me are the memes. Oh, Phil's an e-bagger. That's all he cares about, blah, blah, blah. That's the meme. It's the fucking meme. Come to my stream and tell me, you know, especially the last week and a half.
Cope seed dilate Piggy, cope seed dilate Piggy.
Cope seed dilate. That's the cycle. That's the cycle. Big ups, respecter.
Concerted effort to cut it out. All right? I got a wake-up call. From
wake-up call? From his viewers.
Critical saying he's an e-bagger, and I'm like, you know what? All right, I'm going to cut it out. You know? I'm still going to mention, hey, we got a special reward tier today, and you want to hit this, you see a hat or whatever. That's different. But I'm not going to sit here and...
That's different. I decide what e-begging is, even though those people criticize me. Right, DSP, right. I agree. I agree a lot.
About stuff like that.
I'm huffing the same copium that he is. He just passed me the tank.
You know,
it's almost empty though. He really was going off on that. He was hogging it too much.
I changed, and I'm gonna try to stick to my guns about that. All right. What are you gonna do? That's life. You know, people give me a wake-up call. Okay, I changed now for the better. I'm glad people give me a wake-up call.
Oh yeah.
So there you go. But outside of that, you know, how are you gonna tell me now all these terrible criticisms about me, or I should not even say criticisms, but these terrible things that are said about me that aren't even true anymore, right? What's next? Right? What's the next mean?
They're not even true anymore. It's been like a week, DSP, and you were still begging in unrecorded segments that got uploaded. You begged the last fucking stream of Gotham Knights. You begged. You literally did. I played it in the beginning of this stream. Dude.
It's going to be the same shit over and over and over and over. You know.
It will be, yeah. It's never going to change.
Anyway, I don't really care.
I don't care. I don't care.
Stuff in the works for what I was interested in. But I have no idea if he said any other comments about me. I literally saw a 60-second YouTube short. That's where it ended. I was like, well, oh well.
That was all, DSP. That was all. You were just a footnote. You were just a mention.
Move on. No big deal.
No big deal. No big deal.
Rocketman262 did a super chat and says, can you do the one chip challenge? No. I'm not doing stupid challenges. I never have. I never will. That's really dumb.
That's really fucking dumb.
But thank you for the super chat. Rocket Man. Cooper. Re-upped his membership for 6 months. He says, I feel like a new man. Porn should be illegal. Alrighty then. If you say so, Cooper. I don't know what the hell that has to do with me. Just being honest. I don't... I don't know why you're bringing this up on my stream. I mean, if that's your personal...
Because Derek is jerking off right now, probably.
Feelings, more power to you. You have the right to feel that way.
What?
Personally, for me, alrighty then. Okay, so now, hold on. My thumb pad is annoying me. I hope this is going to be an ongoing thing, because this thumb pad has actually been giving me issues.
Oh no, buy him a new laptop.
Maybe I need to clean it. And I think that's actually is what it is. It needs a cleaning. Because otherwise, I've never had an issue with my laptop since I got it last year. This is my content that I'm uploading to YouTube exclusively. Because some people have asked me, if this is your podcast and you want it to be treated like a podcast, why don't you upload it to iTunes? Why don't you upload it to Spotify? Why don't you have it on those...
Yeah, like a real podcast.
...services that we could just subscribe, and then every day we could listen to it as an audio feed? Because that's not the point.
That's not the point.
My business. I don't have a business on Spotify. I don't have a business on iTunes.
What about diversification, though? The thing that you talk about that much. You talk about it so much that this is why the podcast exists, right? Because you were diversifying your content and you're not going to put it on other platforms that people can enjoy it on other platforms? No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
I have no aspirations.
No aspirations.
Set those business relationships up on those sites.
I have no aspirations to grow.
You see?
I have no aspirations to branch out. I just put all my eggs in one basket, and then when a troll sends me a copyright strike, I cry and I beg. I beg them to leave me alone. Because if you take down all of the lolcows, who are you going to laugh at? Who are you going to make fun of? That's his actual argument. You can go back, check it out. That was a great stream.
Don't care. I just want people to watch my YouTube channel.
Right, so... and they don't. Because we've been coping about that too, because apparently people not watching his YouTube channel is now good because he has no aspirations to be big as well. So he has aspirations to have a terrible YouTube channel that people don't watch.
Why would I then put my content in other places to get it if it doesn't benefit my business? Right?
Because
being honest here,
you're making it so people that like your business can access it in different places for convenience sake, so it's nicer for them. That's why we got that being said on the audio streaming services as well. It's on Spotify. I think it's on iTunes as well. Big ups to ALT Insider. He takes care of that shit.
That wouldn't make much sense, would it?
It wouldn't make sense.
If you want to watch the little...
It doesn't make sense to put your podcast where all the other podcasts are. It doesn't make sense. Why do the other podcasts do it? Because they're fucking stupid. Take the L, DSP. Take another L.
One podcast, you want to listen to it, You watch it here on demand on YouTube. By the way, I will recommend this. If you're someone who likes to listen to content on YouTube.
Oh, get the YouTube Premium. Premium?
I strongly recommend you become a YouTube Premium subscriber.
He's shilling Premium. He's shilling YouTube Premium. What a fucking bum.
Not me getting paid to do an ad placement, but one of the hugest assets.
This dude is not fucking real. He's not real.
YouTube Premium subscriber.
And this is why you would put your podcast on iTunes and Spotify. So people that have iTunes and Spotify, they can enjoy it there for free and not have to get YouTube fucking Premium DSP. I would actually encourage you to get ad block, and I would encourage you to get YouTube Vans so you can actually listen to stuff like this in the background on your phone for free and get no ads instead of buying YouTube fucking Premium.
Is that you can set up in the YouTube app, you could set up a playlist of whatever you want. You could play just the level 1 podcasts. You could do music. You could do a series of videos that you just want to listen to at your own leisure. And you could set it up as an ongoing playlist, press play, and then what happens is it plays automatically and you can minimize the YouTube app and do whatever else you want.
I'll sample no aspirations and send it in the group later. Also, him going on Spotify would require him to compete.
I don't know about compete, because of course he's not going to compete with the other podcasts because every other podcast on there is better. Like even dudes that just sit on Zoom and have a podcast talking about gaming or anything else is better than him. It's like actually everything that exists is better than him. So he can't even have aspirations to compete. That's what it kind of boils down to, that he doesn't have aspirations to compete with anything, because that implies putting in more effort, and he can't because he's not capable, not because he doesn't want to. That's just some sour grapes situation. He wants to, he just doesn't have the skills to do that. He wants to be big, he wants to make a lot more money than he currently is. He's just not willing to put in the work that kind of requires.
You don't do that, and you don't have YouTube Premium, you can't even do that. If you play one video and you minimize it, it basically fucks up and will stop playing. All right? So yes, I think it's kind of silly that you have to be a YouTube Premium subscriber to get that feature, but it's one of the biggest features of it that I like. Like there'll be some nights I just want to, when I'm going to sleep, listen to a little bit of like nice, calming, game music or something, and I'll play a playlist of classic retro NES music or something like that. Right? Or, I'll listen to a video or two, just hit the playlist and have it play rather than having to worry about, I have to manually click on every video afterward because it conks out after every song that plays or whatever. Of course, there's so many other benefits to YouTube Premium. No advertisements on anything on YouTube is giant, especially for someone like me, who I do react events now to stuff straight off of YouTube. Can you imagine if there was ads playing on every fucking thing, right? So it's definitely a good thing. Also, if you're someone who wants to support the content you watch on YouTube without actively having to do any actions whatsoever, if you watch any content on YouTube under YouTube Premium, you're actually paying that content creator as if you fully watched any advertisements or anything that was on that video. They get credit for it. So it's tremendous. If you watch someone a lot and you're like, man, I really want to support this person, but geez, I don't want to watch a ton of ads, just become a YouTube Premium subscriber, and just like this, you immediately support them.
He's shilling Susan for absolutely no reason. But because you're supporting other people, yeah.
Pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Super cool. Yeah, of course he's not gonna say how much it costs. It's just you become a premium sub. Just get the sub.
So there you go.
Someday it's gonna mean something. It's gonna be meaningful.
There you go. All right, so guys.
So you can listen to him in the background as he drinks and snorts into the mic, and there's dead air segments where you're gonna wonder if your app stopped working or something.
That's all the shoutouts I got. We have ample
all the shoutouts
for some Q&A.
And we got time for Q&A. Let's see how much left we got. We got 24 minutes, and he just got in the game. All right, he just booted in the game like 5 minutes ago.
If anyone wants to ask me a question,
let's see what the Q&A is going to be about.
In the stream chat, and I'll answer your questions here before we jump into God of War Ragnarok.
The daily Q&A segment.
I mean, Lord knows they need someone to sell their products better, because YouTube does a piss poor job at it. Really, they're
Big O's biscuit for the sub.
It's hilarious how they try to push stuff down your throat.
And Tony T for the previous super chat.
No, I did not hear about a new Dark Pictures game called Directive 8020. No.
And also, Tony T made a MF Doom reference in chat, and I saw it, but I didn't have time to talk about it, so big ups for the reference. I saw it this time, dude. I saw it.
That's being teased when you beat Devil in Me? Because we didn't know about that until today then. The game's not out yet, so how would we even know?
Okay. This is a part of the podcast, the dead air segment, where you're going to be listening to this in the background. You're going to be like, wait, is my app still working? What happened? As I'm washing dishes, why is this dude gone silent? What happened? Did his mic cut off?
How do I tell the hairstylist to style my hair? Short on the sides.
And he takes it super literally. So he literally does that. He just does it short on the sides and he just cuts it off. Of course. It's a hairstylist. Just like his wife allegedly used to be a makeup artist. His wife, Kat used to be a makeup artist. And her own sister dissed her for her makeup being terrible. Her own sister, Jenna, dissed her about that.
Pretty much it. I need it as short in the back on the sides as you can basically make it. And then kind of like, you know,
as short as you can make it. Make me bald on the sides and then leave a bowl cut everywhere else.
It in. As you go higher up, have it be a little bit longer.
Yes. Well, it obviously didn't work.
Nothing, not rocket science.
It's not rocket science. Apparently it is, because this looks terrible. Apparently it is. It's pretty difficult. Because there is no fade to be seen.
Good to see you.
It's not a seed. It's not a fade.
I am too.
Okay.
Yes, Kevin Jones, that's how you tag me. Indeed, that's exactly how you tag me.
Kevin Jones just learned how to tag people in chat. Even though the tagging on mobile doesn't work very well. It should work much better than this. You can't tag people on mobile.
Which previous Pokemon games have been my favorite? Man. Come on. Do all that. Leader of each stream where we get to name a... I didn't even...
Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
You remember in previous Pokemon playthroughs what we would do is like the top contributor.
Top contributor.
Of each stream where we get to name a Pokemon in the game. Or then I believe with with Arceus, weren't we doing like it had to be like a $20 contribution?
Oh, you know what it was, DSP. You know what it was.
I can't exactly remember how we did it. I'm open to suggestions. If you guys have an idea of how this could work.
How can we monetize this?
Playthrough and you like it, that idea, you know, we can implement it. I don't really remember it though. Can't remember exactly how we did it. So.
Let's see. Pig, go. Name a Pokemon. $25 to name a Pokemon.
Okay.
That's how it works. It's not 20, Phil. It's not 20. Let's see how it used to be. Let's see how it used to be. Thanks to the power of the Pig Go search engine. Best search engine since Bing.
And so you really got nothing out of it. So.
What? And apparently you got nothing out of it. Okay, anytime now.
Next stream.
Next stream?
To do this post-game thing and see the first secret boss ending or whatever, maybe we'll do it, okay? So, great stream tonight of Pokemon. By the way, this is the last stream of Pokemon where people were allowed to name Pokemon for $25 because I'm not going to be doing that again.
So this was the last time. $25 to name a Pokemon.
All about my day off. Watch the beginning of the podcast for that later when it becomes on demand.
It's not the beginning of the podcast. It's like kind of half of it.
I think you just
because the first segment is the schedule and that you just skip that.
Rewind it live, actually.
Rewind it live.
Kevin Jones says, thanks for always hanging in there over the years. Been a fan since Mass Effect, the original gameplay through. Glad to have you, man. Glad to have you along for the crazy ride.
Thanks for hanging in there. That's like thanking the people on the Titanic for hanging in there. He doesn't literally have a choice. He just needs to exist. That's all the thing that he has to do.
I don't know. I heard all about missiles hitting Poland, and I don't know anything about it.
You don't know anything about it.
I'm not going to get into politics.
He's gonna, if it's bad, he's gonna see a big flash outside of his window, and then he's gonna realize that it's been bad, and then he's gonna be gone. That's when he's gonna realize it's bad. He's gonna be the last person to hear about it. It's like, oh, Cat, I think something's happening outside. And then it's like, woof, and that's it.
Oh my god, the sun it's like a full Sunday today.
Hero says the new Pokemon game is getting good reviews for its story of all things. I'm excited to play it myself. Yeah, isn't it the opposite this time? Isn't it like everyone's criticizing the gameplay and saying it pretty much just feels exactly like every other Pokemon game with no innovations, but the story's good? I don't know. Maybe I'm mishearing.
Maybe you are. Maybe you got another ear infection.
Not shunned. What's the word? Shafted. It didn't get nominated. You mean the Clayface battle where he says it 4 million times? But it was. I mean, like that. But I do like a Reuben sandwich. Yeah.
He likes a sandwich.
I mean, I don't know. Good for Call of Duty.
It's good for Call of Duty. Okay. Nice podcast moment. That's how it works on Joe Rogan as well. They just kind of sit there quietly for a minute and nothing happens. That's when Kanye was on the podcast and he wanted to pray mid-sentence. He just was sitting there and just like being quiet and everybody was just quiet because they didn't know what he was doing. Then he was like, I just prayed. That's during his Jesus phase. When he prayed to Jesus and then he kind of realized he was Jesus.
Bassmasters on sale for $14. I don't really have an interest in buying it. If they have a new one, I'll probably get it, but I don't want to get that old one. We played it a long time. It was good, but we have we have other stuff to do. No.
What?
Have I noticed any dip in support because I stopped e-begging? Honestly, no.
Honestly, no. He's sitting on $3 out of 50 with a top tip of $2. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, I don't know.
Honestly, no.
Honestly, no. Then why did you beg the whole time? You could have just not begged. Could have just not begged. Could have stopped begging years ago if you didn't see a dip in support.
Not at all. Everything's been good.
Everything's been good.
So maybe there's something to it. Maybe people were correct.
Didn't you say the other day you couldn't have your whole day off?
Maybe people got so fed up with me constantly asking for support that they weren't supporting. It could be,
Yeah, that's what Rob on Wheels told you, and then he became a troll.
So...
And then you said, nothing changed on my end.
I don't know. I'm just not going to do it anymore. Like I said, if we're close to hitting a goal, yes, I'll mention that, right? But I'm not going to be sitting here actively saying, oh, I need this, I need that, here's what this is going on, that's going on. No. I'll even give you an example, all right? Let's say, for example...
We're going to get an example of begging.
Not the case, don't worry.
This is not the case.
Let's say, for example, something happened that I wouldn't have been able to afford The Devil in Me this week.
This is so good.
Here's what I would have said this morning, okay? Hey, guys, so here's some news.
Here's what I would have said.
Some stuff came up.
So okay. So you're trying to tell us that when you were denying being a fucking e-beggar, you were completely conscious of it because now you're going to give us a direct example of you e-begging, right? So when trolls pointed out on their streams, right? When they pointed out, that's toxic as fuck. They're misrepresenting everything that your stream is about. But you're going to give us an example of e-begging.
I can't afford The Devil in Me.
Let's see this.
We have a really good day today of support. So if that happens by the end of the day, I'll let you know. If not, we're just going to shift the schedule around a little bit. We're going to do this game and this game on this day, and then we'll do The Devil in Me later, or we won't do it, and we'll do something else. And that's it. Nothing. There's not going to be any woe is me, end of the world shit. There's not going to be me, oh my God, please support. I'm not going to do that shit. I'm just going to, every day I'm just going to take it in stride and take everything like normal. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, this is gonna age real bad. When people start cutting it back to back with segments of him blatantly just guilt tripping people, it's gonna age very badly.
I'm just not gonna freak out about shit anymore.
Not gonna freak out about shit.
No point.
I'm gonna hope on the few people that still give me a ton of money to keep giving me a ton of money because my community is gone. Because I don't get any views and I don't get people showing up to my streams to the point where Nightbot needs to spam in chat constantly. I think it was his last stream, like 2 days ago, because yesterday was his day off, when he was talking, I don't know why, man. People in my chat, they're not talking about anything. They're not saying anything.
In truth, acting about it, like talking about it, ended up giving me more stress than anything else anyway.
Oh, no shit. No shit.
Flaccid Bono, you're a complete idiot. He says, oh, you just did it. You're being subtle about it. First of all, that was a hypothetical. I just said it wasn't even true. So I did a hypothetical situation.
A hypothetical beg.
I didn't even do it.
I didn't even do it.
Idiot. Number one. Number two, stating a fact is not. Again, what is it? Okay.
What is stating a fact, though?
We really have to fucking start addressing the elephant in the room now. Stating facts. All right?
Champions?
It cannot be offensive. It cannot
What?
be toxic. It cannot be.
Yes, it can.
When you state.
Yes, it can. The way that you do it can be. The way you do it can be. And you should know because you're Mr. Semantics. You should know better than anybody else.
A fucking fact.
Stating a fact.
To someone on planet Earth. That is an objective truth. Okay? Objective truth. That cannot be seen or construed as something toxic or negative. You know what I'm saying? So when I say, okay, here's a situation. Because of something that happened this week, I can't afford the game. It's perfectly fine. If we have an extenuating circumstance today and things go well, I can afford it. And if not, no big deal. We're going to do this instead and we'll get to it eventually. That's just, it's factually being transparent with my audience rather than saying the day of, oh, by the way, I know I promised you I'd play the game all week, but we're not doing that today. Too bad. What would be more disappointing? Lying to the audience all week about what I was going to play?
What?
Or actually being transparent about it. You know, the difference is,
dude, you get plenty of money to buy video games. That's not the point. You get plenty of money to buy every single video game you want to buy.
If I said, now guys, please rally today and overwhelm me with positivity and support so that we can afford everything, that's different. That's completely different. There's objectively stating something versus actively asking for something. If you don't understand the difference between those two things,
you're an idiot.
I can't help you. You're an idiot.
Yeah, there we go.
I can't make you not be stupid. I'm sorry. That's not my job. I'm not your parent. I'm not your teacher. You need someone to explain that to you, I guess. Okay? But the hilarious part about this was that it was a hypothetical, and the guy said, I just e-bagged. I'm like, it was
a hypothetical.
It's not even real. Jeez, you're really slow.
I don't know, man.
Carliga,
maybe he's right. Maybe he's right, you guys.
I might eventually try Pentiment or Vampire Survivors on Game Pass, but I'm certainly not doing it anytime soon. Why would I do it anytime soon?
Because we got too many games to play.
Not going to interject into life. When I first started on YouTube, I was very depressed. I was a very depressed person. I hated my life. I hated who I was. So I was drinking and eating myself to death. Every day I would wake up, just to give you an idea. Wake up. Oh, I got to go to work. So what did I do? Either throw one of those terrible microwave breakfast sandwiches, oozing fat and shit, throw that into the microwave, wolf it down. Or on the way to work, I would stop and get like a bacon, egg, and cheese or one of those kind of sandwiches on the way to work.
But now we just DoorDash food? Okay. And the dude who was super happy, he finds every single day, he manages to find something to be pissed off about. Like actually pissed off about. Not just irritated or something that bothers him. Something that he's pissed off about. Today he was pissed off over bread in the store not being available. And he was pissed off over sausages not being in the freezer where they belong. That's what he was pissed off about.
At lunch, I would eat a giant lunch meat sandwich with like sides and things. Or go out and get fast food. And then for dinner, again, it was like something, it was like basically everything I ate was crazy unhealthy at that time. And I wasn't working out and I wasn't doing anything else like that. And I drank way too much back then too. I was constantly drinking myself, basically, I mean, obviously it's embarrassing, but I admit it now that back then I was just fucked in the head. And so, I was in a situation where I didn't really care about myself because I kind of hated my life and everything about it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was pretty depressing back then.
Back then.
I was living.
Pretty depressing back then.
And then what ended up happening is over the years, I started to like my life and myself. I was like, oh, there's something to look forward to today.
When in 2017, when he was depressed in 2017.
I'm making content for YouTube. People are liking the content. They're saying I actually have value on this planet. I think I should actually spruce my life up a bit here and stop being an idiot. So I would stop eating unhealthy. Eventually, and it took a long time, I phased the insane, excessive amounts of drinking out of my life. And by the way, I'm not skinny. Fuck no, I'm not skinny. I'm just not grossly obese anymore. I would say I'm slightly obese. I am, like I said. But when I was growing up, the doctor told me my ideal body weight should be 185 to 190 pounds for my height and body type. And I think right now I'm probably around between 205, 210. So yeah, I'm about, 20 pounds overweight, 25 pounds overweight. I definitely could burn it by doing lots of exercise. If I got into weightlifting or something else again,
weightlifting. How are you gonna lift weights with your back, DSP? This is just some delusion. This is literally delusion.
I'm running 2 to 3 times a week.
Come on, man.
In the back. You know what I mean? When it comes to, I don't get exhausted.
He's running 2 to 3 times a week. Can you believe this? This is some like next level, next gen nonsense in 4K.
Anymore doing stuff, which is great because at one point
he's running. He can barely walk. He can barely get out of his chair and not get winded. You're trying to tell me this dude is running? Because the other day he was talking about going to his mailbox during the break and getting a little bit of exercise. That was his quote. A little bit of exercise. He considers this exercise.
I was getting exhausted doing basic stuff. I don't anymore. But outside of that, there's a lot more that can be done. But I'm doing as well as I can with what I can do with my time. My problem is not the desire to do better. It's time. Like, I actually like working out. A lot of people say I hate working out. It's tiring. It makes me sore. I enjoy the feel of working out and getting that burn.
Bro, you don't work out.
I used to do it. I used to lift weights and do all that stuff. I like it.
When?
The problem is time.
Time is his fucking problem. Dude, they're like...
Looks like he is losing weight from cancer.
I don't know about that. I don't know. You should ask Boogie about that. He recently got revealed that he actually got cancer. And apparently he's being diagnosed for autism as well. So I don't know what's happening with that guy. DSP. There's like 20-minute workouts you can do with an app on your phone. For like actual like senior citizens. You definitely have time. Please, let's not get too crazy here. Let's still live in reality somewhat, even though we are in his reality, because his reality is just something else. It's different from ours. But let's not get too far from that reality too, into a whole new third reality that has nothing to do with any reality whatsoever, where he doesn't even have time to work out.
I don't have time to do it. I'm here working 6 days a week full time, and the one day off a week I have, I'm rushing around trying to do errands with my family. If I had a whole day off a week, I'd be doing...
FYI takes 0 time to eat less and get thin.
It does?
What is this noise? A continuous cross mark, cross mark, cross mark.
It's just a cross mark all over the place. Everything he said in this fucking pre-stream is just like actual a 40-year-old man coping about his life and everything bad that has ever happened to him, and now life is great, and he would like to work out, but he doesn't have enough time. And yesterday he had some appointment, as he said it. So maybe it's the doctor telling him, "Hey Phil, you need to work out."
Well, I don't have time to work out. I have a very busy schedule of playing video games.
Can I work in excessive workouts and stuff? I would love it. Can't.
No, then you wouldn't love it. Then you really don't want to do it. If you can't find time to do it in your fucking bullshit schedule, then you wouldn't want to do it. Then it's just you not wanting to do it. So you can take another L. Let's take that L again.
Right now, right?
DSP is running scams 2 to 3 times a week at best.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. He is running scams. He is running.
I just got here. What are we lying about today?
Oh, dude, at this point, you gotta rewind the stream. We're lying about everything. We're lying about literally everything. He talked about Moist Critical, who is apparently now a troll. He's on the same level as Rich. He lied about everything. You just need to rewind the stream. Just watch it in like 2 times speed just to get over it. Because it's too much. We're lying about everything. Big ups Swedish drummer and Lubos Mali.
I would really like to work out. I don't have time for it.
No, you have time for it. You have just as much time in the day as literally Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and John Cena. You have just as much time as they do. And they don't have all these bullshit excuses. That's why they're buff as fuck.
Thank you. Thanks so much. I'll see you later.
Yeah, the stream's gonna be published later. You can watch it later if you want. But because this is the Q&A segment, this is basically done. We have like what 5-10 minutes more of nonsense. That's basically it.
No, Rotom Electric, no, I have no plans on putting movies or politics into the podcast for now. Right now, I just don't have time to watch movies, and politics I don't want to bother with. Politics, sadly, are so divisive, right? People get so angry with each other when you talk about politics.
Yeah, because, I mean...
Today. I think maybe...
Because you gotta take a side, and you actually have to know kind of something.
It might be
so, yes, just don't talk about politics if you don't wanna.
But as of now, I don't have plans for that. Why do people compare me to big dudes like Wings and Boogie? Because they're idiots. Like, you can compare us and say...
No, because they're lolcows. Because they're also jokes on the internet who can't realize why they're the joke of the internet. That's exactly why. You should be compared to them because you're one of them. And you're much worse than them.
These are guys who've been, you know, over the years made mistakes on the internet. They've been harassed for it and memed into oblivion. That we have in common. I have absolutely nothing physically in common with those men. Zero. Not even close. It's hilarious.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty crazy comparison. You're comparing yourself to two morbidly obese people who kind of their whole thing is that they're fat as shit. Like, come on. Of course you don't have as much in common as them when it comes to obesity. Of course.
Because whenever they draw me in a meme,
oh, there we go.
Like some fat blobulous person. It's like, you have never watched my content. You're just a fucking...
What? Darksy the Phil and Kid Flim, they've never watched the content. Never seen the content before. They can't see that he has actual man boobs. They can't see it.
You have no clue.
Even super blind man can see his boobs swinging.
You're even drawing or trying to say.
In those shirts that are way too small for him.
Okay. Derek gets snow already? Wow, that's crazy. We have...
Oh, yeah, that's crazy. Derek is in Canada, by the way.
Oh, here, no. Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. I don't want to go late on the podcast today.
Don't want to go late on the podcast.
Thank you all for chilling with me. We're going to jump back into God of War. See how far we can get today.
Like and this podcast is sad as shit, man. He was coping so hard, and he only got $3. And 2 of them is from the same guy. Top tip $2. Damn.
Actually, in the midst of a
good thing he's not begging, because now he would be begging.
Very major.
I hope he doesn't go back on his promise, you guys. DSP has never gone back on his promise. When he says something, he sticks to it.
Segment.
Like glue.
It was a cliffhanger for me that we stopped. Like, ah.
Okay, thumbs up. We get the Thanksgiving segment, and now we get into an unrecorded thing. Where again, his camera, just like every other day, his camera is not grouped with his frame, so he needs to adjust it. Instead of doing it once and never having to do it ever again, he needs to do it. It's just how it needs to be. Clickety click.
Remember, if you tip $8 or more today, you can ask the Magic 8 Ball a question.
Hey, we get a reminder to ask the Magic 8 Ball a question.
Let's ask the Magic 8 Ball. Will we get a lot of answers to the burning questions about the story of Ragnarok today? Will we get a lot of good story development? There's there that we've barely ever gotten.
What did it say?
Most likely.
Most likely.
Okay.
Okay, now he's gonna be gone. Or maybe he's gonna come back. Oh yeah, he needed to turn on his Xbox.
Ever seeing or
the like PS5
tracker?
Yeah, it's the PS5.
How much further you had to go to hit a trophy level?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Game of Season 2 was new skins.
Okay. Ramble.
I'll do a silly bubble blow for you on stream.
Oh, we're begging for likes.
You know, all kinds of contributions are greatly appreciated. We have tiered rewards for tips at $50, $100, and $150 respectively, which would be the gunner.
This is not begging. This is him just telling you what the tier goals are.
A hat of your choice and a vest of your choice.
Obviously not begging. He never begs.
We really need to talk about the shells, right? Covered the ground. Covered the basics.
Covered the ground.
Yeah, Dacky, I have no idea when I'm playing Infamous 2. All right, how about this, everyone? Don't ask me when I'm playing a game. I have no answers for you. Right now,
Infamous 2
of a busy gaming season. All right, I'm juggling right now 4 video games. There's kind of games.
Oh, he's not even gonna go on break because he drops too many views. Or is he gonna go on break? He's not gonna go on break. So let's just flash forward to the present. Where, oh, there we go. We got a $25 tip. So he doesn't need to beg. And then 1 Minute Man is gonna send that 20. He's gonna be at 48. And then he's gonna be like, oh, if we get like $2 more, we get to put on the glasses. Then he's gonna put on the glasses. So yeah, dude, super positive pre-stream, super positive. He was mad about sausages, he was mad about bread, he was shilling and plugging for the first like third of the stream. Then he rambled about Moist Critical, and he said that he watches the detractor stuff. And he also said he didn't. Let's go back on that segment because I'm very interested in how that went.
Membership for a whopping 19 months. Thank you. Is it plays automatically, and you can minimize.
Oh, and this is him shilling the podcast. So I think that was before that.
I believe there's one major news story that I'd like to talk about today. I heard about it, and they of their own volition. That's funny.
I think this was maybe before
United
that.
States, it's international because they respond to me at like 4 a.m. every day, and I hate to say it, in like half English, like they're barely being able to type out in English.
Oh yeah, this was Burger King. He was still pissed off about Burger King, and he was pissy that they didn't respond to him in proper English.
Great. Had it, what, a couple weeks now? Look, every game's looking great on it.
And the TV is great.
My pad, my thumb pad.
His thumb pad. So look how much of this podcast is actual garbage. A lot. That's the...
A fast food place, they don't do a thick cut piece of cheddar on your sandwich. Releases and everything.
Can't even
Not
find
rocket
it.
Science. Instead of Thousand Island.
Talking about food again.
Hypothetical, and the guy said, I just e-bagged. I'm like, it was a hypothetical. It's not even real.
Oh, and this was the hypothetical bag.
Or whatever it may be. And they make a certain amount of money or whatever. Who knows what it is? Difference between, here's someone who does content and broadcast because he's a fun person having a good time.
Oh, this is a cope.
The vast majority of questions answered on Ask the King will be member questions.
And right? This is a plug.
Also, it is the season of giving.
And this is an actual beg for members.
All right?
The season of giving.
The season, as they say.
'Tis the
if you're
season.
In the giving mood, and you want to help out your fellow stream viewer, the ability to gift memberships is now available here on DSP Gaming. It has been for many months. So now would be the time if you wanted to jump in and maybe... And then they basically retired it for a while.
Can't even find the begging segment.
Because he's a great singer. B-Boy Cyclone re-upped his membership for a while, and DSP is one of the worst content...
Hey, there we go. There we go. So let's hear this kind of uncut. I'm not going to talk over it.
The kind of content they put out. Size of a PewDiePie.
Oh, there we go.
I've watched them. I think that they're entertaining. He was doing a show...
There we go. Here it is.
Cyclone re-upped his membership for a whopping 19 months. Thank you for the ongoing support. A bit late, did you react to Penguinzo's response yet? Penguinzo, you mean Moist Critical. I have not fully seen any response. What I heard last night was that I guess he was doing a show, or I guess he does live streams. I don't know. I don't watch all of his content. I just, every once in a while, I see a random video of his in my feed. I've watched them. I think that they're entertaining. So I guess he was on one of his shows or streams, and I guess there was a guest talking to him. I don't know who it was. I've only seen, like, no exaggeration, it was like a YouTube short. So 60 seconds. And basically, the person who was on the show asked him, did you hear what Darkside Phil said in response to what you said about him?
He knows very well who the person on the show is because he blocked him.
Well, it's not that deep, you know. I was talking about Boogie. Someone asked me about him. I made a reference to him, explaining how basically he's an e-beggar on his content, and that's it, you know. He's like, no, I'm not going to interview him. I'm not an interviewer. I'm not interested in anything like that. And that's where the short ended. So I have absolutely no idea at all if anything else was said, nor do I really care. I basically, that was the answer that I was explaining. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I figured was going to be. I figured the answer was going to be he doesn't care. He watches, let's be honest here, any YouTuber who's of the size of a PewDiePie, a Moist Critical, you know, those guys, their content is reacting to a bunch of random shit on the internet 90% of the time. That's the kind of content they put out, right? Right. And do they have time to come here and watch
I'm
my
gonna need
content.
more wine
No,
if
they
this
don't.
continues.
What do they
This
do?
cope is
Oh, I
super
wonder what the
salty.
Oh, I
Super
wonder what the
salty.
Oh,
Dude,
Dude,
drama is
this whole pre-stream and in his recent like the last 2 weeks of pre-streams, it's been just coping. Low views, his bad reputation, people don't like him, everything is just like mega cope. It's beginning to get like super sad to watch, but it's still very entertaining. Big up Swedish drummer.
Let me search for the drama videos about this person. So they're searching for my detractor videos about me, and they see, what did the detractor say today? And they believe that's what's going on. They watch it quick, and then that's what they talk about on their stream. That's what I said. That's the problem.
But he watched your video though, right? He watched his video, uncut. It was the unrecorded segment.
With YouTube is it allows open, blatant mass, either slander, defamation.
And now we just talk about the trolls. So basically that's it. So Critical is basically Rich Review Tech USA at this point. That's basically all that it is. And I guess you can go and watch that whole segment because it's going to be clipped out by somebody. It probably is at this point. So yeah, you can probably find the clip of it. And basically that's the stream. I'm going to go off and have an early night in bed because that's cool. Or you can go watch Review Bra's review of the Deluxe Wagyu Steakhouse Burger review. Wow, that's based and cool. Yeah, you can go watch the Snort Hogan clips of it. You're probably going to have them on the way. And yeah, that's it. Listen to, not Pignosis, let's play something else. Something else to listen to, or maybe not. I don't even know why. I guess that's it, yeah. Big ups. Maybe tomorrow we're gonna watch this again. If, I don't know. If Susan decides, and if I decide, and if you decide to show up. So that's how it works. Big ups to this. I'm not gonna play any music. That's gonna be it. So, that's it. Bye. Actually, we can take a final L from Burger King. Big ups for the L's, all those L's. He was bitching about it today as well. So that made for a fun segment. So yeah, yeah, big ups. Thanks everybody for swinging by, for your contributions, and swing by next time. See ya.